Welcome back, everyone.
Well, you.
You go.
You
Go ahead.
No,
you go ahead. No, you please.
No, you're the DM, so like,
No, but
why
you're,
would I do
you're
this?
Gradient T. Adrian.
Yeah, that was the question. Like,
Go
why
ahead.
would you?
Takes.
jump in?
No,
Takes,
it's like,
takes.
am I taking the reins,
takes,
if you will?
Takes.
Takes.
Fossilized takes.
Takes.
Yeah, take the juicer.
Discovered check. Welcome back, everyone, to Blunder Dungeon. This is a D&D podcast. And in episode 1, this is episode 2, by the way. In episode 1, I didn't introduce anybody. I was just like, let's get started. So, my name is Cam. I'm the DM, if you will. I'm here with David.
They call me Mavros McOakenvale.
McOakenshade.
Shade. Holy shit.
Oh,
That's negative
Let's unpack
inspiration
that.
for
Negative
Mavros.
or
yeah.
You get,
disadvantage on first initiative roll.
yes, that's it. I'm also here with Tanner.
Raw.
My name is Gradient T. Adrian. Extra gradient for extra shade.
Nope.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It kind of makes sense. I can
Okay.
see where you're going with this. And then we're also here with Corey.
The name's Knack. Stripper or burlesque,
Whichever.
depending on your.
Yeah, whatever you're
Age.
feeling.
Yeah.
Is it like the stripper?
It's capital
Like,
D,
that's
lowercase
how I
a, capital
talk.
S.
That's just how he
Alright.
talks. It's a dialect.
Yeah.
It's Dutch.
You wouldn't know from where you from your parts.
God, we're getting right into it. This is awesome. I'm assuming it's the stripper.
This is so awesome.
When this is so awesome, guys. I'm assuming it's the stripper when it's lower paying clientele, and then the burlesque when you kind of want to be a little fancy. No,
Yeah, it comes
Everyone-
with the
everyone hydrate.
charge.
everyone have a little drink of water because we're about to get into a recap.
This podcast is not sponsored by Hydro Flask.
But it is sponsored by Awala.
Or we can
Don't
have a
show-
skip recap button.
Yeah, everyone hit the skip recap button, and we're getting into it. Last time on Blunder Dungeon, we were introduced to our heroes: Mavros McOakenshade, Brandon Reedwater, Allison Chains, Gradient T. Adrian, and Knack the Stripper. Knack the Stripper. I'll fix that. You all started out sitting in the Sparkleworks waiting room, anxiously anticipating your chance to audition for the hit reality competition show, Chinam Wants You. You all conversed a bit. Mavros introduced himself to Knack and Allison. Benny talked a bit to Gradient, who seemed disinterested in getting to know anybody. Allison studied a poster of the hugely popular Season 1 of Chinam Wants You, realizing that she hadn't heard anything about the very famous finalists since the show aired. One by one, you were all called in to take part in your auditions. You first passed through a personality quiz, supposedly meant to introduce you to the audience. However, as you passed through the last door, you were all ambushed by a cloaked figure who stabbed you in the neck with a syringe. You felt a strange magical energy flow through you and a sour, acrid taste in your mouth, but the energy quickly subsided. You went on stage and delivered your audition. All of you did pretty well on your auditions, but alas, were denied by the judges with the press of a red button. You reconvened in the release room where you bonded a bit over your backstories and sadness about not making the show. Benny and Knack developed a nice but strange relationship, while Mavros and Gradient butted heads. Eventually, an intern came in and told you all that the judges wanted to see you back on stage. You arrived on stage where Yemi, the host of the show, told you all that the judges wanted to see how you all performed as a group, One Direction style. You put on quite a show, with Mavros singing Chandelier while Benny played a B major scale. Gradient shot arrows at Knack as Knack expertly dodged them with his acrobatics. Then Gradient flew up in the air and accidentally shot Allison's pseudo-dragon backs, which Allison played off as a part of the performance. The judges seemed intrigued by your performance, and one of them called Yemi over and whispered something in his ear. Yemi told you all that the judges wanted to see how you would perform in a high-pressure situation and shouted, "Release the beast!" Suddenly, a clockwork ape fell from the rafters and started attacking you all. After realizing that you wouldn't be able to kill the ape through normal means, you realized that 5 raised platforms had appeared in the wood of the stage behind you, each one corresponding to the symbols you chose during your personality quiz. Benny, Knack, and Gradient all got knocked out during the fight, but Mavros and Allison managed to drag them onto their corresponding platforms. Once you were all on your platforms, you were suddenly transported away from the stage. Knack, Mavros, and Gradient were transported to a snowy tundra with a frozen lake to one side and a small town to the other. You all attempted to get up, but were racked with an intense magical burning inside each of you. You all took levels of new classes. Knack and Mavros took a level of Ranger, while Gradient took a level of Sorcerer. And that is where we are now. So you all have just leveled up in a very strange way. I'll kind of describe what that feels inside your bodies. Knack, you feel this sudden kinship to the earth and to nature that you didn't quite feel before. It feels kind of strange, like it doesn't belong as part of you, as you've lived in the city for all your life, but it's there. Mavros, similar to Knack, you feel like you've developed an appreciation for the land that you didn't quite feel before, even though you've spent your life on a ranch. You realize that you were so focused on your work and making sure the ranch ran smoothly that you never stopped to appreciate the nature around you. Gradient, you feel something even more strange awaken inside of you. There's a magical burning that you feel deep within, like a faucet that has been turned on for the first time. You somehow know deep down that you have abilities now that you didn't have before. So you're all kind of keeled over in the snow, having just gone through this strange, painful kind of reshaping of your bodies. That's where you are.
I have to pee.
Is that you or is that Gradient?
That's Gradient.
Okay.
I go to the woods.
No woods. That actually does bring up a good point. So you all are on this snowy kind of plain. There is a frozen lake to one side and the lights of a city to the other side. Not a city, like a little town. If you all could, or actually I'll start sharing my screen. So you kind of see this from a distance. Do you actually have to pee, Tanner?
No.
Oh.
Oh, my character or myself?
Yourself.
Well, Gradient felt a rush of flowing creek through his body.
Okay. So what, you're going to go try to piss it out?
I'm just going to fly
Okay.
and then just kind of like do what birds do. So do I have a penis or is it more of like a bird?
I'm going to
like,
leave that
floating
entirely
through?
up to you.
Okay. I do like I'll just
Flow
do it all at once. You know what I mean? Like
so
I'll like do
you're-
a flyover and then just shit.
Fly over of what? What are you flying over?
Like the snow.
Okay.
I may hit Mavros, but it's not like I was trying to hit him.
Okay, yeah. Just in case you do hit him, give me just like an unarmed strike attack roll, just to see.
Okay. No doubt.
What in God's name is the bird doing?
I got a 7.
You got a 7.
Yeah.
That does actually miss Mavros. Mavros, you're kind of reeling from this insane experience that you've just had within your body and your soul. Then all of a sudden, a little bit of shit and piss like splashes onto the snow beside you.
Oh,
Shit.
I thought this day couldn't get any worse. Now I have this guy to deal with.
Okay,
Hey,
land. I say-
Get down
So-
from there.
What are you doing up
Mavros.
there?
The shit missed the pile of shit.
Do you have some sort of issue you want to deal with?
You started it.
You didn't want to talk to me?
It seems we're in a dilemma.
I say, the way it looks, we got to let bygones be bygones if we can figure it out.
No, we're
Because
not.
it's
Quit
just
your
the three of us.
bickering.
And between you and me, I'm too worried about freezing my ass off than caring about what you're doing behind my back or above my head.
Luckily, I don't have to work with you. Probably.
Good luck freezing and dying.
That does bring up a good point, Mavros. You mentioned being cold. You all are incredibly cold. You do notice that this wind is whipping around you, and you feel like little bursts of powdery snow that are like splashing and stinging your faces, kind of like you get when you ski. And again, you're dressed for the moderate climate of Gashti, where y'all were, not this Arctic tundra that you suddenly find yourselves in. So mechanically, every 10 minutes that you spend out here in these clothes, you're going to gain a level of exhaustion until you can find a way to get yourselves warm.
What does exhaustion do?
I'll tell you if you get it, but like
Okay.
First level of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on ability checks. Second level, it gets worse and worse. Sixth level, you die.
Lovely.
So basically, if you're out here for an hour, you're going to die of cold. So yeah, that's kind of what y'all notice as you're standing here bickering in the snow, that like you gotta get either warm clothes or you gotta get inside.
The way I see it, we got to make it to that village over the way.
I'll do anything to be by a fire right now.
Hey, Nat, come in close.
Can I cast Create Bonfire?
I cast. Is it taumaturgy or thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy, I think.
Thaumaturgy. I have fire play, and I create flames to flicker.
Cool.
For a minute.
Yeah, I mean, this does give you a little bit of warmth.
Yeah.
So you're not in like immediate peril right now. What's the length of thaumaturgy?
1 minute, but it's a cantrip. So
yeah. So you could theoretically just keep casting it.
Yeah.
It is a small fire. So you're...
Yeah, so I'm just sharing it with Knack right now.
Okay. Yeah, Gradient, Knack and Mavros are just huddled together. And there's a small fire.
So we just gonna sit here in front of this small fire?
I'm ready to make my way.
Yeah, now...
What are you going to do, take flight again and leave us behind? The way I see it, we might be better off that way.
Oh, did I already leave you behind by standing right next to you?
Hey. Enough of that bickering. I don't know what came between you two, but we gotta get warm.
Maybe I have to cast Speak with Animals for him to understand me, since he's such a wild beast.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I do like, you know when Dracula like does like the
the cape?
I do that with my feathers, and I just start walking towards the town.
Okay.
We got to start acting like a team if we're going to get through this. Now, where the fuck are we?
The town's like a block away. I think we're fine.
Yeah.
The town, it's more than a block. This map kind of makes it look.
That's my character talking.
Okay, got it. But you do like you can't quite see. You see lights. You can't see over this like big kind of stone wall, and you do see this archway, but you can't really make out any details. But Gradient, as you do walk closer, you're starting to see more details. Knack and Mavros, are y'all also walking towards the town?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you all get closer, and you see two large statues of dwarven warriors are standing, framing this dilapidated stone archway in this big, long stone wall that is kind of serving to defend the town. And then you see two dwarven guards are standing at the ready. They're illuminated by the warm glow of torches on the wall above them. And they don't seem to have seen you yet, as you're still kind of cloaked in the darkness of the cold night.
Hey, excuse me, y'all. And I like tip my cap. I try to get into visibility range.
Okay, so Knack, you're approaching the guards.
Yeah.
What about Mavros and Gradient?
Yeah.
Are y'all? They can't see you yet. Knack's kind of stepped into this torchlight, but Mavros and Gradient, you're still a little behind.
Yeah, I'll step in the torchlight.
Okay, Gradient's going up.
Okay, I will as well.
Okay, so as a group, you all approach these guards. So Knack, what do you say to the guards again?
Oh, I give a greeting. I said, "Excuse me, y'all. Would you what?
I was being the guards.
Oh. Y'all kindly let us know where we are, please. We just
Where? What?
Where are we? I'll explain here. We got, I don't even know what happened. We kind of got teleported here. It is freezing cold. We are from the city of. What was the city?
Gosh.
I got gosh.
Yeah, gosh, and we would love it. Or get some warmth.
You said you got teleported here? They kind of look at each other skeptically.
It's what the man said, isn't it?
Relax, Gradient. Can I just have a conversation with this young man?
I am aware of what he said. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. You got teleported here into the snow. What you're in such light clothing. Where are your clothes?
Where are your clothes?
I'm wearing them. I'm covered in winter furs. The finest
Gradient.
winter furs.
Gradient, please. Let's just
Give it.
try to get some warmth.
I will not.
If you follow our track, you will see us just bodies lying down and no tracks from within. We were teleported here, and I don't know what kind of crazy magic did that to us. And I don't really know what's going on, to be honest. But we are freezing to death, and we do not have clothes.
Nat, give me a persuasion check. 10. Do you see they kind of look at each other, and the guard goes, all right, well, I can't say I believe you. This is quite strange, but I guess we'll let you through. But first, let me give you a rundown of the town.
Yes, please.
Everyone give me a perception check.
14.
12.
Both of these guards seem a little bit nervous as they're talking. You see one of the guards leans up against this archway. He seems like a little nervous as he watches his cohort give you this rundown. He doesn't seem super happy about it. And the guard that's talking to you goes, so we have the keep. That's where the guards stay. Don't go to the keep. We have the barracks. That's where the workers stay. Don't go to the barracks. We have a market, but it's closed right now because it's nighttime. And we have a tavern. You should go to the tavern. Everyone give me one more perception check while he's talking.
11.
13.
Or 10.
15.
13 and 15, Knack and Mavros. You hear rushed footsteps crunching through the snow, approaching the archway from behind the guards. Still in the cloak of darkness, so you can't see, but it sounds like a lot of footsteps coming towards y'all. And this guard keeps talking. He says, "Yeah, barkeep will give you some clothes. Might even have a place to stay for the night." And then suddenly, emerging into the torchlight from the darkness behind the archway, you see 10 more dwarven guards appear. And this big burly one with a long beard steps out in front of the pack, and he goes, "You're gonna have to come with us." And the guard that you were talking to kind of breathed a sigh of relief, clearly happy that he doesn't have to continue this farce any longer. He kind of looks at y'all and goes, It's too crazy of a story. We gotta take you to Onyx Brow before we let you into this town.
Onyx Brow?
You'll meet him. Just go with these guards. Don't put up too much of a fuss. There are 12 of us. Only 3 of y'all.
You'll get no trouble from me, sir. Just looking for some warmth.
Hey, y'all. I turn around and talk to just Mavros and Gradient. I'm like, hey, no funny business. Trying to get through this together.
Might need to tell Gradient twice.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
I just get Knack just kind of gives up and just accepts the fact that they're going to be beefing this whole time.
Okay. Yeah, the guards kind of walk around and they circle y'all. And they begin moving y'all forward through the gates. So y'all are going with them peacefully.
Yeah.
Cool. So as you move through this archway, and into this dark town. You look around and you see some of the buildings that guard was describing to you. You see the keep, this large, impressive building right here. Can y'all see my mouse?
Yeah.
This large, impressive building right here that's built with deliberate dwarven architecture. You can see the tavern beside it right here. A small stone building with warm light pouring through the windows. And on the other side of the keep, you see this dark collection of uninhabited tents and small huts, and what you gather to be the market. And then further off in the darkness, illuminated by a bonfire, you see what must be the barracks. It's a group of shabby stone and wood buildings. So these guards guide you along this crunchy path and up to the impressive doors of the keep. And the one in front, who seems to be the leader of the guards, the bigger, more burly one, he opens the doors with a grunt. They kind of creak open slowly, and the ring of guards shuffles you forward through the doors. And y'all find yourselves in this keep. And as you enter the keep, you're met with like this rush of warm, stale air. You're guided into this huge hall. There's an iron brazier. Is that how you say it? Brazier?
Like a bra?
No,
It's a
that's
brazier.
brazier. I think it's brazier.
I'm not familiar with this term.
Brassier.
Brassier. You're met. There's this big iron brassier that's burning in the center of the room, and it's sending up smoke that escapes through a narrow chimney in the ceiling. And there are rows of doors to all sides in twin staircases that lead up to a balcony and a door at the end of the hall. And the guards usher you down the hall, past all the doors and towards the stairs. And then once you reach the stairs, all of the guards stop except for the leader, who kind of pushes you toward the stairs. And he says, "Commander Onyxbrow is waiting. Let's go."
Okay.
And y'all, the guard, you all walk up the stairs with the head guard in tow, and you stop in front of this door. And the head guard knocks twice on it, and you hear a deep voice from within call out, "Come in." And the guard opens the door, and you all enter this large office. It feels almost like a warden's office in a prison. There's this big desk that sits in the middle of the room. There's a Magivision set that hangs in the corner. It's currently turned off. The rest of the room is pretty bare. Everyone give me an insight check.
24.
24? What'd you get, Grady?
24.
9.
What'd you get, Knack?
4.
A 4. Mavros, you feel like you're seeing directly into this man's soul. You walk in and you immediately get a sense that these decorations, or the lack of decorations, are giving you the vibe of a person who doesn't plan on staying where he is for very long. He seems just kind of like a no-nonsense person who wouldn't feel the need to put up decor. And you see Onyxbrow leans back in his chair and observes you all quietly as you walk in. He's this big, burly, young dwarf with long jet black hair and prominent black eyebrows, and his beard spills down across his chest plate and onto his stomach. He goes, "Who are you?"
Sir?
Oh, is it our turn?
My name is Mavros McOakenshade.
Yes.
These are my companions, Knack Dust Stripper and Gradient T. Adrian.
Okay.
Howdy.
What's your business here? I heard that you teleported here.
Yeah, why are we here?
Yes, sir. Not long ago, we were in Goshthi auditioning for Chanam Wants You.
Ah, yes, great show.
I see you have your set over there. I'm sure.
Yeah,
you'll
shouldn't
enjoy
you
it
have
as-
seen
as
us
many
on
of
the
us.
show?
We were just auditioning.
Shouldn't I have seen you on the snow?
We
On the
didn't-
show?
I don't think we made the show.
Well, I don't the new season hasn't come out yet. They're still filming it. I keep up with the flyers that they send out. It's quite well known that they're starting to film season 2.
Oh, I assumed it was
Yes,
live.
sir. We were the three of us, along with some others who were unable to locate at this time. We're all auditioning with the hopes of course, making the show and winning.
Right.
And well, after a bit of a conundrum, we ended up, the three of us, teleported not far from this town, with the clothes on our backs right now, freezing cold, and we saw this area off in the distance and thought that we might be able to find some warmth within these walls.
Interesting. Give me a persuasion check, Mavros, with advantage.
16.
16?
17.
17.
That's with a -2 persuasion, by the way.
He sits back and he kind of ponders your answer for a second. Then he looks up. He ponders your answer for a second and he nods. And he says, my guards were wary of you, which makes sense. Strange travelers in the night, hardly any clothes on.
Of course.
We do have to be careful here, being such a valuable resource for the realm. You said you teleported here. Do you know where you are?
Not at all, sir.
Not
A
a
valuable how
clue.
Well, this is Karoti. It was once a small port village, basically nothing. A speck of dust on the map, maybe, but we've built it up. Now it means something.
Oh, so like a
Gradient kind of
What's it called?
waves his feathers around. Yes,
I'm
waiting.
sorry, I don't know where I was. So like a metaphysical value, like not a real, like y'all don't have.
Oh no,
Go on.
we provide valuable stone, valuable resource, for the realm, for Goshthi, for the whole realm.
Oh wow, how specific.
Of course. I
don't
respect that
like
about
you.
y'all.
Yeah,
But-
Do you
just
say
use
that? Do you
this
say
bird
that to
over
my
here.
face?
He does say that too. He
You're
looks,
the one being cryptic, aren't you?
I'm not necessarily. I told you we provide stone for the realm.
Literal stone.
Yes, there are mines.
I, for one, sir, see great value in that, and I can respect that y'all built this place up from nothing, just like the three of us were hoping to do.
Mavros, they sell
One
rocks.
shoe. What do you sell?
I don't need to sell anything.
Seems like
You
you sell.
audition?
Seems like you sell your body for entertainment value, huh? Trying
Oh,
out for
I'm
Shanam wants you.
huge entertainer.
Yes.
Now let's
Surprised
not
you don't
trade,
recognize
let's
me.
not trade insults here. We've only just met.
Recognize you from what?
Nak is getting increasingly frustrated.
I try and like
visibly?
I try
Yeah,
and
like-
turn my shoulder and kind of tell him
Like
to ease
head
up,
to
put my
or
hand
finger
down a
to
little
temple.
bit.
Just like
Rubbing
Hey,
your head
Knack,
like you have a
steady
massive
there,
headache.
Knack. Steady there, Knack. We'll be okay.
Where would I recognize you from?
Sir, he's got a very inflated ego. He asked me the same question, and I'd only met him for 2 minutes. I don't expect you to know him. We're just hoping for a little bit of warmth, possibly
Yes.
some shelter from the cold.
Right. And he nods to the leader of the guards who stands behind y'all, and he says, "Take them to the tavern. Make sure they get a room. Oh, and get them some coats. They'll freeze in the night." And then with a wave of his hand, Onyx Brow dismisses you all.
Thank you,
thank you
sir.
kindly.
And the guard says, "All right, let's go." And he opens the door and beckons you all through it. And he leads you all back out into the hall. He kind of looks at Tanner. Sorry, kind of looks at Gradient and goes, "I don't know who you think you are talking to Onyx Brow like that. You're lucky he let you leave with your head."
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk to you.
Okay, I don't care. I trust his word. And I'll take y'all to the tavern.
Thank you, sir.
And he leads y'all out. back into actually he leads y'all down the stairs, and he holds out his hand and he says, "Wait here." And he disappears through a door beside you all, leaving you alone for a second.
What are we doing here?
None
Well,
of us.
I can tell you
know.
what you're doing here. You're trying to get us killed or worse. You want to freeze to death?
We're in a rock town run by a bunch of...
Would you rather be
and
wandering
your beef
around in
with
the
a
snow
rock?
with your
Let's sell
light
rock.
little clothes on?
The guard comes back.
Bird.
He comes back through the door that he went into with 3 large fur coats in hand, and he tosses them to you all. You're all vaguely the same size. He says, "Put these on." And
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
as
kindly.
you
I just glare at.
That's my like thank you.
that's how you say thank
No,
you in
we-
Arabic.
We got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of flinches as you caw
Yeah.
at him. You had only spoken calmly to him before. His very sudden and grating noise. And as you all kind of shrug on these coats, you immediately feel warmer. And he says, "All right, follow me." And he leads you out of the keep, back into the night. And this time you feel much better prepared. The cold wind still like stings your face, but you aren't chilled to the bone like you were before. The guard grabs a torch from off of the front of the keep and leads you all down a gravel path. And he points to buildings as he walks down the dark road through the town. He points off into the distance, where on the edge, like where you saw the barracks. He says, "Those are the barracks. That's where the workers stay." He points off to the left to a collection of tents and small huts where you kind of guess the market was. He says, "We have a market. It's closed right now." And then y'all arrive at the front of this small stone building with warm light pouring through the windows. And he says, "Here's the tavern. Barkeep should give you a place to stay for the night." And he turns away from you all and heads back down. He heads back towards the keep. So y'all are outside of the tavern door right now. Yeah, let's use our words. Okay.
Who wants to go first?
I just opened the door, so I mean, by context clues, I'm going first. But
I was hoping you'd go
I mean,
last, so I could
if
shut
you
the
wanna-
door on you.
if you want to just make pointless dialogue constantly, then that's fine.
In the middle of them talking, I just walked in.
Nag walks into the tavern. And as you do, you feel this warm rush of air cover you like a blanket. It's this small tavern lit by candles on the tables and torches on the walls. The torches are separated by large animal skins that have been draped over the wood panels, presumably to keep the warmth from the large hearth at the back of the room trapped inside. There's this older-looking wood elf woman who dozes off behind the bar, her head kind of propped up on her hand. There's a table of 4 dwarves in the corner who cast kind of questioning glances at you all before returning to their card game. There's a Magivision set that buzzes and flickers in the corner of the room beside a staircase that leads up to a second floor. And the image on the Magivision set is nothing other than static, just kind of buzzing. And you're immediately feeling better now that you're in a warm place. Other than that, tavern is empty. What do you all want to do?
I walk over to the card game and I slap down a 20 and say, "Deal me in."
Yeah, a 20 as in 20 gold.
Oh, I don't know how much gold is worth.
Do you have 20 gold? in
How
your
much
inventory?
gold is worth? Or
Like in this.
do we have money? I have nothing.
I don't know how much.
Well, your background probably came with no gold.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my god! Maybe I
I'm gonna
should
give myself like a couple copper
457 gold.
pieces.
You have 457 gold?
Wait, how do I have 400? Did I write that?
I feel like you would be.
must have been.
I feel like you'd be kind of down on your luck, right? Because
Let me change it to like. Say
I have 17
100.
gold.
100 sound good, Cam, or less?
Sure. I mean, you're like kind of a successful performer in the past.
Yeah.
That's kind of been taken over
Allegedly.
by Magivision.
Allegedly.
Yeah, Mavros
Yeah.
doesn't quite believe you.
neither does- neither does
Mavros is an
Onyx.
idiot, so
Onyx
he
didn't
doesn't know
know who you
anything.
were
He doesn't watch television. He's not informed. He doesn't watch the news.
I watch Magivision.
I watch Magivision. Yeah, Magivision's a shit show.
It's not a show.
It's a shit producer.
Magivision
not a
is
producer.
television.
Yeah, Magivision
Television's
is television.
not a thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't read the news. I don't.
You don't know the lore, and you're lecturing me.
Anyway,
Christ almighty.
back to the game.
Yeah,
I
Gradient.
slapped down.
How much
10.
do you slap
That's-
down?
Well, how much is like normal for?
Give me a history check to see how much you remember about
17.
cards. What'd you get?
17.
17. You would guess that 10 gold is a little too much.
Okay, I'll do 2 gold.
You slap down 2 gold.
Yeah.
The guard to your left kind of glances at you and goes, "Get lost."
Yeah. Is it because you're afraid you'll lose? I slapped down 2 more gold.
He kind of looks down at the gold that you've put down. You put down 4 at this point. He looks up at you and goes, we're playing high card. It's a 5 gold buy-in.
Yeah. Wait, are they actually holding? Is he telling the truth?
Give me an insight check.
18.
There is not nearly enough gold on the table for a game that has a 5 gold buy-in. So he is
yeah.
lying.
So I'll call him out and just be like, "Yeah, that's not happening. Call it 4.
All right, 4.
Deal me."
All right, grab a chair. And he deals you in. Nak and Mavros, you're kind of still standing at the door watching Gradient immediately get pulled into this card game. What are y'all doing?
Hey, Knack, you want to get a drink?
I can't say no to that.
Seems like we might see this guy win big or lose it all. Either way, could be entertaining.
Cool.
That's one thing to cheers for.
So y'all
We
We'll
walk
head
over
over
to
to
the
the bar.
Okay. Cool. So y'all head over to the bar, and you see that this barkeep is still kind of dozing off into her hand.
They kind of like lightly tap on the bar
Okay, yeah.
counter.
She jolts awake and she instinctively kind of starts cleaning the bar counter with a rag. And she goes, hello there. Just getting ready to close up. Yep. Can I get you something before we kick you out?
Mavros, what can we get you?
Well, I guess if you're closing up soon. Oh God, I used the wrong accent. Sorry, ma'am. If it's not too much trouble, my friend and I here would like a couple of drinks. And are there rooms upstairs by chance?
She goes, we have ale, and she kind of looks at y'all, suddenly alert, and she says, You're a strange looking group. What's your story?
Well, ma'am, that's a long one. If you pour some ale, I'm happy to tell it.
Okay. She turns around, she pours the ale, 2 pitchers. Turns around and says that's 2 copper pieces per drink.
I flick. Well, I slide 2 copper.
You do
Matt
have
slides 2 copper pieces.
you have copper
I gave
pieces?
myself 5 copper pieces
Okay,
just because
yeah.
I thought it would be appropriate to just
That makes
be
sense.
scrounging around with a few.
That checks out. So she puts the ale down, and kind of looks at you, Mavros, ready for a story. First, before we do that, let's go back over to Gradient. Gradient, basically how this is going to work is you so basically you've sat down, he's dealt you cards, you have 4 gold, you've put 4 gold in. Cool. So right now there is 8 gold in the middle of the table. You look down at your cards, and you play a card, roll me a d12, and whoever gets the highest roll at the table wins the gold.
I got a 9.
A 9, okay. So you have to beat 4 dwarves, basically. First guy gets a 12. It's the one that you were talking to, the one that dealt you in. He puts down basically an ace. And he goes, tough luck. And he grabs all the gold, scoops it in, scoops it over to him, goes, we can keep playing if you, this time I'll let you throw 3 in.
Yeah, not gonna do that. And then
Okay.
I called them a bunch of scammers and a bunch of.
He jumps up quickly and goes, who do you think you're talking to, bud?
Who do you think you're talking to?
I think I'm talking to a big ass bird. Where'd you come from?
Yeah, don't really have to take this shit. And I do the thing, but wait.
You do the Dracula cape again.
Yeah, but wait. I have the gust cantrip.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
So I do that, and it blows. Is there anything on the table?
I mean,
Or, like-
cards, there's a candle, some mugs.
You can light the place on fire.
No, I did that.
Yeah.
And it just blows like a massive gust through the wind. So like if they're holding anything like light or there's stuff
Okay.
on the table, it just blows off.
But
and
it
ruffles
doesn't
everything.
blow them away.
No.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't intend for that. I just wanted to make a statement that I'm very displeased with them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Nat 20.
Holy shit. Yeah, they go, whoa. All right. Cool. Yeah. No problem here. No problem here. We'll do our thing. You do your thing. Don't want any trouble.
I gotta sit with the Mavros and
Yeah.
Knack.
Okay. Yeah.
Unlimited. Yeah.
As you walk over, the barkeep kind of looks at you and goes, "Hey, no fighting in here. You better cut that out."
Nothing to worry about.
And she looks over you. She goes, "You heard that, Lokdreen?" And the dwarf who you're talking to goes, "Yeah." And then they continue to play cards. And Gradient, you sit down as Mavros. She's looking at you. I mean, are you just kind of telling her what happened, basically?
Basically the same thing I told
Yeah.
Onyx.
So we can do shows like skip the story that we already have heard. Yeah,
Skip
we
the
can do,
intro.
You can like, and then Cameron will play a voice.
Yeah. So let's go over to her. And she says, well, that's a crazy story. Gradient, you hear her say that as you sit down. He goes, well, it's good to meet you all. I have to say that's one of the stranger stories I've heard from any of my clientele I've ever had. Most of my clientele are either off-duty guards or travelers. Never.
Teleportation victims.
Yeah. I do have to say that. You want a drink? She asks you, Gradient, as you sit down.
I do not drink.
Oh, all right. That's fine. You want I got water.
He doesn't drink.
I don't drink.
What did I say?
No, I'll take a glass of water.
All right.
But when I said like I don't drink, it was kind of like I don't drink.
Like you're better than us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he gets more.
But only Mavros noticed.
I like shake my head while I'm sipping.
She goes and gets you a little cup of water. Puts it back down in front of you. Says,
I like pull out like a flask and like I'm just kidding.
you pour just straight like moonshine into your water.
I don't actually do that.
She puts your water down and goes, so you talk to the guards, you talk to Onyx Brow? What do you
Yes, ma'am.
what do you tell you about this place?
Used to be
You sell rocks.
Used to be not much. You've built it up, and you're a valuable resource to the realm.
Yeah, he would say that. Honestly, Karoti, it's a wretched little town. It's a horrible place to be. Hopefully y'all are just passing through.
Yeah, would be
Well,
us.
we're trying to figure out what's going on here. I think that would involve not being here forever.
Yeah. He
How
told
long have you been here?
How long
Yeah.
have I been here? Far too long. I'll say that. Past 100 or so years. I've seen this place get built up from this small little port village for people who were shipping goods up north to Nirmata. And that was before the whole forced labor thing. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Well, I mean, in the past 100 or so years, they started sending criminals down here to work in the mines. All the townsfolk got afraid and moved away on account of all the criminals. But if you ask me, and she leans into you all as if she's about to say something secretive, she kind of beckons you all to lean forward. And she points over to the dwarves in the corner and goes, "It's them you have to look out for." And their game of cards is getting more and more rambunctious the longer it goes. She says, "The workers don't cause any trouble. They go to work. They go back to the barracks. It's the guards that cause the problems. The guards in Onyx Brow."
Would you mind shedding some light? Are we the first ones to kind of have some travelers pass through here unexpectedly?
No, I mean, every once in a while we get some travelers. Usually they get a stern talking to from Onyx Brow, like y'all got. And they never stay long. Usually you either pass through quickly or you're here for good.
So you're telling me Onyx Brow is a problem?
He's a son of a bitch. He's he's this commander from Nirmata that's been sent here to oversee the operations. Avoid him at all costs. Everyone give me a history check real fast.
7.
13.
16.
16. Knack, and Ingredient to some extent, it's kind of hazy in your mind, but Knack, Nirmata is a town, is like this big, it's the dwarven capital, basically, of Chinam. It's where most of the dwarves live, and it's kind of like martial law over there. Like it's run pretty strictly.
What's it called again?
Nirmata. Nirmata. It's on the map. I realized I hadn't sent y'all.
Yeah,
Well, I've
can
sent
you
y'all the
bump
map.
the
I'll
map?
put it in the Discord.
Yeah.
But yeah. So she basically just tells you that Onyx Brow is a son of a bitch. She goes, "Hey, y'all are looking for a room, right?"
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Usually I charge 5 silver for a room, but I'll give it to y'all for 3 on account of the whole teleportation thing.
You're very kind for that. May I ask you one more question?
Of course.
I know you said you had travelers here before that didn't stay long. Are we the first that didn't quite know how we ended up here, or have there been others?
I've never met anyone like you. Yeah. Are you I'm assuming you're asking about the other 2 that y'all were auditioning with.
You know
The other 2 what?
Well, I'm assuming you mentioned them in the story that you told her.
Oh no, I just meant like in the past.
Oh, in the
Have like
past.
other people shown up and told the same story?
No, I can't say they have. You're the first.
Just wanted to check, see if there was some place we could start looking.
Yeah. Well, sorry, I can't be of more help, but
You've done enough.
closing up
Yeah.
here. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, so these travelers, they end up leaving, or
They come into my tavern, and then usually they're out early the next morning.
alive and well.
I would assume so.
At least alive.
At least alive. Yeah, I'm closing up. So y'all are gonna take the room.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that'll be 3 silver pieces. You flick 3 silver pieces at her, and she shows y'all up to your room. It's up the stairs, and you open the door to a bedroom. It's got 2 cots, one in each corner, each draped in thick blankets. In the third corner, there's a desk, and a wardrobe stands up against the wall. So there are 2 beds, and she goes, if one of you wants one of the other rooms, I can give it to you for, I'll say, 2 silver pieces. Because there are 3 of y'all.
I'm not sleeping in the same room as Gradient.
Okay.
Your loss.
So Mavros, you give her 2 extra silver pieces for your own room.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Cool. So y'all are just gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
I could use the rest.
Cool. Y'all go to bed. Take a long rest. Is there anything y'all do like kind of as you're going to sleep? I'm assuming you're pretty tired, so you probably fall asleep pretty quickly. But is there anything you want to do like as you're laying down to rest?
Is there I assume there's like drawers. I mean the wardrobe's openable, the desk has drawers or anything.
Yeah.
I just kinda like quickly peruse to see if there's anything
Interesting.
to look at.
Yeah. Mavros, you open a drawer and let me find this. You find a piece of paper in precise, almost mechanical handwriting. It says, "You're not alone. You have friends here. Keep moving forward. Be in touch soon." That's all it says.
Interesting.
Where
Says
is
you're
that
not
written?
alone, you have friends here. Keep moving forward. Be in touch soon.
That was in the drawer of the desk in Mavros's room.
Is that the only thing between the desk and the wardrobe?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Cool. So y'all go to sleep.
I just sharpen my arrows and then I can sleep.
You sharpen your arrows. Knack, you do anything?
Passed out, hat over my head.
Cool. Knack falls asleep, hat over his head, and then you wake up in the morning.
Oh no.
Huh? What?
Sorry, dream.
That was a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, Knack, Gradient has horrible night terrors all night. You actually don't get much sleep at all.
Give
You
him
don't
a
get
short
long-
rest.
short rest. You all, I'm going to say Knack and Gradient, you wake up to a pounding on the door of your room. The first rays of sunlight are streaming in through the thin curtains in the window. And you hear a familiar voice calling in from the other side of the door. And it's the voice of the leader of the Dwarven Guards from the night before, the guy who took you to the tavern.
Does it wake me up?
It wakes you up, Mavros. Yeah, you hear this
I'm
from
like
your room.
ear to my wall.
Ear to the wall. The guard yells Gradient and Knack into your room. He says, "Travelers, Commander Onyxbrow would like an audience.
Or what?
Get dressed and meet me downstairs immediately." And you hear him kind of plod off down the hall.
I turn to Nag. So we're not. Wait.
I don't know. I really don't want to make trouble.
I knock on their door, already prepared to leave.
You knock on Knack and Gradient's door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, I heard it from my room. I know what the bartender said last night, but I think we have to play this one safe.
Yeah, I
Figure out
agree.
our
We should
move.
just get out of here.
I think there's more to be discovered about this place.
You want to stay? Maybe we'll find some uncovered rocks in the ground.
You know,
Maybe.
one day your pessimism's gonna cost you, but it won't cost me a thing.
Did Knack
get-
say maybe completely earnestly? Like as if you're like, damn, maybe we will find some uncovered rocks in the ground.
It was to fill the gap of his yapping.
Okay, got it.
I get dressed. Put my quiver. That's never full. And then I leave.
So
I just
y'all-
think that. Oh, go ahead.
Wait, go ahead, Mavros.
I think that if we were to scurry out now, it might raise more suspicions. I think the safest thing to do is to
yeah.
see it out a little bit.
We can talk to Onyx.
I
Cool.
wouldn't pronounce it that way if you're talking to him.
Oh, heard it both ways.
So y'all
God damn it.
y'all are heading down the stairs and like down to the bottom floor of the tavern.
Yeah.
Cool. You walk back down to the tavern. These guys aren't here anymore. And you head back down to the bottom floor of the tavern. And you see Thalira, or you see the barkeep. She never told you her name, but it's Thalira. It's not a big reveal. You see her sitting at a table, kind of sleepily observing y'all, the happenings. And standing by the door, there are 3 dwarven guards in dark plate armor, and the leader of the guards stands in the front. And they the leader of the guard says, "All right, come with us." And they open the door, and they head outside. And one guard stands back, holding the door and waiting for y'all to pass through.
We'll pass.
Cool.
through.
Yeah, passing through.
Y'all walk
Well,
outside.
wait,
Take way.
Yeah, what's
Part
up?
the scene.
Does what's her name? The barkeep, like,
Thalira.
her face. Like, can we glean anything from, like, is she like?
Give me an insight check, I guess.
All of us?
Sure.
I got a 4.
16.
I got a 19.
Mavros and Gradient, y'all look at Thalira's face, and she seems like she's definitely sleepy, like she just woke up. But she seems like a little concerned as to why y'all are getting pulled to see Onyx Brow like this. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Let's get this over with.
Okay, so y'all step outside once again into the blistering cold. It's a sunny day, but that doesn't seem to cut the cold at all, as an icy wind blasts through. It doesn't like blast through your coats, but you feel it and it stings your face.
I forgot we were in a cold climate.
I'm just sacred flaming it up.
You're sacred flaming. You're like holding it over your face.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's sacred flame. I think sacred flame's an attack.
Oh, I meant thaumaturgy.
You're thaumaturgying a little.
I sacred
Thaumaturgy.
flame my face and I die.
I like that.
The guard goes, "Follow me," and they start trudging along the gravel path towards the keep again. Y'all are back out here. I should have done a daytime
Daylight
version, but it is what it is. And as you follow, you hear noises behind you, and you turn to look to see a line of workers that are supervised by guards. They're streaming from the barracks towards a path out of town that leads into the mountains. So they're kind of like following this path here that goes up through this archway and up to the north of the town.
Where y'all going? Mining more rocks?
Are you talking to the mic?
They,
It was supposed to sound like it was like.
yeah.
From a distance.
Ah,
We'll see how it turns
nice.
out, Tanner. Maybe we can implement that in the future. I'll let you know.
Until
they
then, don't.
they kind of just like
Doesn't-
wearily look at you, Gradient, kind of confused, but they don't really interact. And they continue
Sheep.
walking. The guard behind you just nudges you, Gradient, kind of pushing you along the path towards the keep.
Or
Wilhelm scream.
Oh, Tanner. Did you listen to
Yeah, I
that
did.
audio clip that I sent in the Discord? Don't listen to it now, but afterwards. I think it might be the origination of the Wilhelm scream.
I was quite shocked when I heard it.
I will look into that.
It's crazy. Anyway,
I will look into it.
it's like the guy's like, pretend you're somebody getting eaten by an alligator.
And
And
they give
that's
him feedback on how to scream. And
yeah,
he hits
it's
it.
crazy. And it becomes the Wilhelm scream. Anyway, so the guards, they sweep you into and through the hall and push you up towards the stairs. Once you reach the stairs, all the guards stop except the leader again, who pushes you up the stairs. Knocks twice again. You hear Onyx Brow call out, "Come in." And the guard opens the door, and you all once again enter Onyx Brow's office.
Oh, I see you did change the decorations.
Well, it was like less than 10 hours. I slept.
Yeah. No, I was just calling out how decorationless the room is.
I mean, I've never been one for frills. Mr. Entertainer, Mr. Bird, all the feathers on your skin, disgusting.
I say, here, allow me, and I like take a feather. I just flick it to the wall.
Does it stay on?
Probably not.
And just it like lightly glances the wall and then flutters back onto the floor. And everyone in the room watches it slowly fall to the ground until he turns back at y'all and goes, "Did you sleep well last night?"
You know what, sir? I had a pretty good night's sleep.
Yeah. How about you, T?
Yes. I never
I had night terrors.
slept better.
You had night terrors. Interesting. I know a couple other people who had night terrors as well.
Oh my god, you sound like the host.
Oh, Yemi? You say I sound like Yemi? That's a great compliment. He has the voice.
His
of
friends
Shannon,
call
they
him. His friends call him Fap. Fap a bit. Yeah.
That's not true. That's not true.
I see you're a big fan.
I've read the fan book. And Yemi goes deep into his history.
That's
His childhood.
great
Nobody's
read,
ever called
sir.
him Fap.
That's a great read, sir.
Disgusting. And you hear the doors behind you open, and the 10 guards from outside pour in. And the head guard holds 2 dwarves by the nape of their armor. And as you look closer, you can see that they're the dwarves who were standing guard at the archway the night before. And both of them are dead, throats cut open. He says, "What do you have to say for yourself?"
What the fuck?
Wait, you guys found the guards we killed?
the guards surround you and goes, "Yeah, well, we found them this morning when the guards who were supposed to take their post realized they hadn't been woken up. So they died in the night."
I rolled my eyes and said, "Jesus Christ, I was kidding. Can't y'all take a joke?"
Oh, kidding, huh? Kidding. Well,
sir,
we just so happened to receive 3 strange travelers in the night. How am I supposed to believe that that's a coincidence?
Sir, I can assure you we had nothing to do with this. Your own
my-
guards put us in
my
the tavern,
knife is
and
clean.
from there...
Hey, maybe
From
a
there,
rock
we-
fell on them.
I was going to give you advantage, but Dan Gradient's a rock comment fully negates it. Mavro, since you started, give me or I guess Knack, I'll let you do it. Give me a persuasion check.
13.
Onyx Sprout kind of leans back, goes, "Take them to the dungeons. It's time for orientation." And the guards grab you.
How many guards are in the room? Oh,
10.
never mind. They already grabbed us.
10. There are 10 guards plus Onyx Brow and the 2 dead guards.
God damn it, Bird. Where do you get off?
I say, I say, "You'll never take me alive." And I like jump up and flap. And then I just shit on Express Day. And then I land.
Yeah, he goes, Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter even one bit. Give me an insight check. Radiant.
19.
It matters. He's pissed. He goes, "Take them to the dungeons." And the guards grab you and they force you out the door and down the stairs.
Like, if I were to cast command, would everyone in the room know I did it? Is that like
yeah, because you have to say
thing?
it, I think.
Okay, never mind then.
So the 3 of you are led down the stairs and towards a door on the side wall, down the stairs through the keep. The head guard pulls out a ring of keys and Where am I? The head guard pulls out a ring of keys and thrusts one of the keys into the door's lock, eliciting a chunk, and the door swings open. He goes, "Down we go." And the guards push you all.
Is this still 10 guards?
Yeah. The guards push you all through the dark doorway and down another flight of stairs. And you're met with a smell of dampness as cooler air envelops you as you trudge down the stairs. As your eyes adjust, you see 2 rows with 2 empty cells each, all of them empty. When you reach the bottom, you're each grabbed by a different guard So now it's 3 guards, Gradient, but the rest are like standing at the entrance of the dungeon. So you're each grabbed by a different guard as the head guard walks around the cells, unlocking 3 of them before nodding to the other guards. And then the other guards hurry you all into one cell each. Knack in this one, Gradient in this one, and Mavros in this one. The guards shut the doors with a clang. The head guard walks around to each of the cells and locks them, and he smiles as he does so. He says, "Hang tight here. We'll be back soon for orientation."
Oh, you don't care to join?
Don't care to join? What do you mean? You're
There's plenty of room in this cell for you.
This is disturbing to me. And he locks your door and heads up the stairs with the rest of the guards. The head guard takes the torch on the wall and shuts the door behind them, leaving the 3 of you in darkness. What do you want to do?
Radiant.
Who?
When we get
really
out,
did it this
I'm
time,
putting
Radiant.
a bullet between those ugly big ass eyes.
You're not a very smart person.
Yeah. But here we are.
Are there
All
any?
in the same prison.
Is there anything in the cell like a rock?
Give me a perception check with...
Oh,
or
is there
you're
a rock
tiefling, do you
in
have
the
dark
rock
vision?
town?
You have
Yeah,
dark vision, right?
Vision.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
12. I cast the little
8.
flame and roll a 12.
Y'all don't see anything in here. It's pretty bare. You do notice, I mean, it's a cell, like there are gaps in the bars, obviously too big, too small for y'all to pass through in the state that you're in. You see this grate in the middle of the floor, and there's some stairs.
What are the
leading up.
cells made of?
The cells are made of wood and iron.
So theoretically, if I were to use a little flickering flame on the wood,
Theoretically,
bing bang bop.
but then what would you like? You kind of realize, what would I do next?
Mhm.
You know,
I'm thinking it through. Can we hear anything? Is there like rushing water from the grate or any sort of noise coming anywhere?
I would say there's rushing water from the grate. Yeah,
Are we clothed?
you are clothed. You have your big coats on that you got from the keep.
I really don't know what we
If-
can do from
Yeah,
here.
if y'all want to just wait it out, you can.
I've got. I have an idea. I'm just, I'm not sure how much time it would take. I might get caught doing it. From the sound of that water, I could cast some shape water and cut us out of here. Cut the iron bars with some high pressure water, but I don't know where that goes. We might freeze to death.
I say we go for it. I'm tired of being in this town.
Well, that's very rich coming from you, Mr. Shit on the Desk.
Unfucking believable.
Yeah, that was fresh.
Knack, what say you? I want this to be unanimous. We might get killed if they see us try to escape, but I don't like the sound of orientation.
Man, if they're just gonna make us work, maybe we could take our odds doing that. But
Sorry,
how?
I will say that in your perception check, what did y'all get?
In the cell. I have a number.
12.
Mavros, you got a 12. There are locks on the doors.
Oh. The existence of a lock implies the existence of a key, which makes sense because we saw them lock us in here.
Oh, yeah, so we can leave the cell, grab the key, unlock ourselves, and then escape.
Have you ever Have you ever had an intelligent thought in your life? I feel now is an appropriate time to tell you. Yesterday, in my room, I found this here note. Not that you can read it from over here.
I'm
It
assuming
says,
you have dark vision, right, Gradient?
Well, the
Oh,
fucker-
Rakaka.
Oh wait, gradient. No.
I'm gonna say no for now until I find out what
Okay.
I do.
Well, yeah, Mavros, maybe then you just shine a little light on it, right? Yeah.
Can you read it? Just read it.
It says, "You are not alone. You have friends here.
Something like keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward. We'll be in touch soon. This is why I thought we should play it safe this morning, but I just don't know at this point.
All right.
Who
I trust
who
you,
is waiting for us?
Mavros. If you're confident you can get us out,
All right.
maybe I might try to pick this here lock of mine.
Do you have
I
tools?
have a dagger.
You have a dagger.
I have a dagger.
If y'all want to, I mean, yeah. So what are you trying? You want to try to pick the lock, Knack? And then
Yeah.
Mavros, what are you trying to do?
I'm gonna do the shape water and like take some and like Avatar style,
Try to like break your lock.
or just chop the wood with the water back and forth. Like, was it Katara? Katara did that.
What's the range of
Good
shape water?
charm.
It's 30 feet.
watch me right.
I'm gonna say that the water's more than 30 feet away from you.
Okay, I'll go dagger.
So you're gonna make both of you are gonna make sleight of hand checks with disadvantage because you're trying to pick with the dagger.
Hey, bird, what do you say you toss me one of your
Oh.
feathers?
I got a nat 20 and a 17.
17. Okay. Knack, what about you?
What if
I flick a feather just to no one because I have no idea where you are.
I'm a Tai Lung this shit.
Oh, I can do that. Okay, wait. I gust the feather at him.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I tell which one would perform better?
Between a dagger and a feather.
Yeah.
I don't know. How sturdy are like feather stems? Are they sturdy at all?
Yeah, they're sturdy, especially like large birds.
Then the feather would be better.
All right, I'll use a feather. What am I rolling?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Still disadvantage.
Yeah.
19.
With disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, Knack
Hell
and
yeah.
Mavros, with your dagger, you work it. Hear a chunk opens. Knack with this feather, you hear a chunk. Door swings open. I guess Gradient were saying that you don't have dark vision, even though you're a bird, which is kind of crazy.
No, I don't have dark vision.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
surprising. You hear both of these cell doors open. And yeah, Knack and Mavros, you're free to move about this room. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to pick, or here, how about?
I guess we each have
Hey,
a go. at
bird,
picking
you want to
his
get
lock.
out of here? You best behave.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that sounded serious. All right, I'm gonna try to pick his lock.
Okay, yeah, give me a sleight of hand check with disadvantage. With this spell.
Fuck, I got a nat. Oh my! I got 2 nat 20s.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
The cell bursts open.
Explodes
disappears.
and all the guards rush in.
What?
No,
How is that a nat 20?
You so quietly, like, Gradient, you don't even hear it. You don't even know that this lock has been picked.
Like,
You're just-
I was insanely impressed. Like, I was like,
you don't even know that it's open.
I literally stuck the feather in and immediately just opened.
Yeah. So yeah, Gradient, I feel like what you see is like, you don't even hear the door open. All of a sudden you see like Mavros holding a little flame in Knack, just like kind of walk into your cell. They kind of just approach you.
I go,
Yeah.
Calm down there. You've saved the day.
hey, this is my bedroom you want. Hey, that's the kitchen. Get out. Anyway, what do you say we blow this joint?
Best bit of the podcast so far. Yeah. So y'all have
I
some room
walk.
to roam.
What
Can
do
I
you
see
reckon
it?
we do?
No,
Is there a
No.
flame?
Mavros, are you guiding with a flame?
Yeah, if I stand over the grate, am I close enough to the water?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and slash the bars open so we can drop in.
The iron bars.
Can't we
Or should I
just try
melt
to
the iron bars?
pull it up?
You get metal bend though, right?
Can you tell me
I don't
the
know.
language of shape water? Like, what does it say?
I feel like it might not be that sharp or sharp.
You
Wait,
can cause...
Normally grates are just.
Oh, there's probably just a way to open it. Yeah. You cause the water to form into simple shapes and animate at your direction. So I interpreted that as you could make like...
Daggers with ice.
I would
think-
guess it's probably not strong enough.
Yeah,
but
even with a sword, you can't like cut
Okay.
a grate.
the,
So
So I try to pick it up.
you try to pick it up. It's like
The grate.
welded into the ground.
Oh, okay,
welded
okay,
on
no
like
kidding, no
all
kidding.
sides welded into the ground.
All sides
What if I
welded into the ground.
Coat the bars
This is
in
a
water,
prison.
freeze it, making the pipes brittle.
Okay, yeah. Well, then I'll give y'all. You can try to make strength checks, or like you can try to make either strength checks or like attack rolls to try to break. I'm gonna say there's a like single hit minimum damage threshold that you have to hit to break these bars, these frozen
Why-
bars.
While Mavros is doing that, can I like peek into the empty cell and see if there's anything?
There's nothing in the empty cell. You look in and you don't see anything.
Can I? Are there any like? Can I peek up the stairs and see there's like maybe guards guarding?
Yes. You peek up the stairs. You kind of see, like, you can see the light under the door. You feel like you can see like a set of feet standing by that door.
Is the
Okay, so there's
door
a door.
locked? Test the door. Is it locked?
I'm gonna say y'all heard like a lock you heard a key turn a lock at the top of the door when the guards left.
All right. It's time, guys. Y'all ready?
Okay, so you're gonna
What
try,
are we ready for?
You're pulling the
No. I'm
Ooh.
gonna. Yeah, Corey knows. Should I do it?
I actually don't know what you're gonna do. Are you gonna cough?
Guard, help!
No, I was gonna say.
Are you actually saying that?
If you go in the cell and like keep it unlocked, and then you'd be like, "Guard, he escaped! Oh my god,
Yeah.
he escaped!" And then they rush into the cell, and then we lock it.
But we can't
Yeah.
lock it.
But also, maybe we should try the grate thing first.
Whatever y'all want to do.
No, we also can't lock the we can't guarantee that we lock them back in.
I could.
Key.
Swipe
We're
the
assuming he has
key.
the key, but
Okay, we can try and swipe the key.
yeah, or we just knock his bitch ass out. Yeah, let's try.
Maybe we
the
should
grate
try the
first.
grate first.
I don't really have an attack that can do any significant damage. So
I can. If you freeze like the edges of the bars, I can. I was gonna
Dude,
say I can
freeze
shoot
the
it with my
steps
gun,
of the-
but that would be very loud.
they're big frozen.
Do you have
Like-
what does a bird have?
Let's just do strength text when he does the bars. Let's just try that, I guess.
Okay. Who's so I'm assuming it's like trying to pull the bars and break them.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a DC in mind. Give me anybody give me an athletics check, whoever's going first.
I'll go first.
Okay, Knack grabs
No,
onto these bars.
I go
I
first.
got a 19.
19. The DC was 18. Knack, you like in one pull, you just yank these bars and they shatter. And the grate is like broken and open now. And you do hear rushing water. You have no idea where it goes.
I can fly, so I'm gonna like.
You're gonna fly
No.
down
No.
into the grate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know how it is.
I mean, you fly down and you can't really see anything. It's very dark.
Okay, fly back up,
Okay.
I can't
guys.
see
You're
shit.
not gonna believe this. I found a rock.
Yeah, Gradient shows you a rock.
Always helpful as ever.
I'm
you
so
carry one of
tempted
us
to
and
taunt
fly?
the guards right now.
You should leave a rock, like,
Oh, in
I-
each of the cells.
yeah, at each of the cells. Can you get
Wait,
two
do-
more of those little rocks?
Do you still have
I
that?
have a
that-
prank we can pull.
Do you still have the paper, David?
Yeah,
Can we write a note?
I feel like I should keep the paper.
There's
I
probably
already read
part
it to-
that's
I already
not
read it to
written on.
y'all, so here you go.
Yeah. Can we write on it? Actually, the rock
With
probably
what?
has the rocks. They probably have some form of
Dirt.
ashiness.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess. Give me like what would this be to try to write with a rock?
We
A
can
nature
carve
check?
with our dagger.
Give me a
Oh,
give me a
Just tear
survival
the
check.
paper.
survival.
A survival
We're gonna
check.
write in our own blood.
I got a 14.
14. It's fine. Like it's legible, but it looks like a child wrote it.
Here, allow me. I got a 19.
Mac turns the paper over or I guess you fold it so that and then you write. What are you writing?
Yeah, Corey, what are you writing?
What do you want me to write? Oh,
let's use
you didn't have an
character names then.
idea?
Well, I did, but it's suck my rock.
Suck my rock.
And it's a rock right next to it. Yeah.
What?
And then I sign it gradient T for extra. And then I have the middle finger.
I'm gonna leave a druidic message above the door.
Okay, what is this?
I forgot you have druidic message. The hero's planning all this.
Pigs.
It says pigs.
Down with the pigs.
Down with the pigs. And wait, so Nag,
All
what are you
dwarves
writing?
are bastards.
Whoa. Nag leaves a racist message. And then what are y'all doing?
All dwarvish guards are, specifically in this town, are bastards.
Right. There's an asterisk.
All rocks.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna finish that.
So what are y'all doing? You've left these notes.
I say we.
I say, oh, by the way, the sewer isn't big enough for us to fit, so we're
I assume it's big enough for us to.
It is.
like,
The gradient is lying.
would the water rush us away?
yeah, probably.
You don't know. I mean,
It's
Russian.
really
Guys,
loud. Yeah.
I say we gotta jump down and see where it goes, because at this point,
I
if they catch
grab
us,
them.
we're dead.
Hey,
With
guys,
my
there's no way
wings
we
and
all
just
die
jump
here,
in.
right? And then we
I-
yeah.
and I think so. Yeah.
And I say, I go,
gradient cause wraps.
I freeze the water as we travel down.
Okay, well, yeah, so as y'all jump down, Mavros freezes the water. Gradient cause
We
wraps
all
you all
break
in,
our
your
legs.
In his wings. What'd you say?
I said we
We
all
all
break
die.
our legs because he froze the water.
No, I'm not doing
No,
it
you
yet. I'm
catch
waiting
us. You
until
catch
we're
us.
like.
and then-
Oh.
Nak says, "We're not all gonna die, guys, right?" And then you plunge into the darkness. I'm gonna say that just for flavor, the door opens behind you. The guard comes in with a torch, looks around, walks down to the cells, finds your note, and goes, "Curse you!" And that's where
No,
we're
I
gonna
forgot
end
to
for
shit
now.
on the note.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait, you go back? You're like, wait,
Yeah.
shit, fly up, shit, and then fly back down.
So
While he's like cursing.
Yeah.
the note says, "Suck my rock," right?
Yeah.
And then
Signed gradient T.
But they can't see the hidden message. That's just like the funny part about it.
what did the hidden message say again?
All
Pigs.
dwarven guards. Oh yeah, no, down with the pigs.
With the pigs. They'll find it eventually.
If they're aware of it, they can use magic to detect it.
Yeah. But that's where we'll stop for now. Y'all plunging into this
Okay.
sewer with no knowledge of where you're going.
I like it.
Cool. Very fun. And what? Any thoughts of an outro?
Like the Allier outro.
Yeah. Hey guys,
Okay.
I hope you liked that episode of Blunder
Blunder
Dungeon.
Dungeon. Can we do it like it's a voicemail? I hope you like the episode of Blunder Dungeon.
You reach Cameron Bar.
Brought to you by Cameron Bar. Sponsored by Hydrofly.
Awala.
Oh, well.
Welcome everyone to Blunder Dungeon. This is episode 2. I didn't introduce anybody last time, so I will introduce myself. I'm Cam. I'm the DM. I'm here with Paris,
Hello.
and I'm here with Austin Woolsey.
I'm Paris's husband.
Yes. And also the other group said what character they were playing as well.
Oh, we should probably do that.
Yeah.
But not in character, just in real life. I'm Paris's husband.
Yeah, that's the character.
That'd be weird if
Yeah.
it was in character.
I'm such a wife guy. I just can't. I can't separate it. I am Brandon Reedwater, also known as Benny C.
I'm Allison Chains. I don't have a nickname yet.
But you
It's a
have
pretty cool
dragon.
name, anyways.
I do have a dragon named Bax.
Facts. And this is episode 2. Episode 1 was fun. Go listen to it if you haven't. But this is just a show where we play D&D. Very straightforward. And I will jump into the episode recap of last episode. So last time on Blunder Dungeon, we were introduced to our heroes. Benny and Allison were transported to an open desert. They attempted to get up, but were racked with an intense magical burning inside of each of them. They both took levels of new classes. Benny took a level of Artificer, while Allison took a level of Rogue. And that is where we are now. So like you, Benny and Allison, you have just leveled up in a very strange way. And I'm just going to describe like what that like in your bodies like feels like. Because obviously your characters aren't like, I leveled up. It's like you feel like, for example, Allison, you feel this sudden litheness in your body. Like you're lighter on your feet and more flexible than you were before. You were always pretty dexterous, but before you didn't really know what to do with it. And now your muscles feel trained and your mind feels more in tune with your body. Benny, you have always had pretty nimble fingers from your bass clarinet training. However, now you feel like your mind has expanded past the magical energy that you imbue into your bass clarinet and into previously unknown fields. You get the feeling that you can now channel your magical energy into other objects as well. So both of you are kind of here in this desert, in the sand, kind of reeling from this incredibly intense physical feeling that you just went through. In front of you is this open expanse of desert with seemingly nothing for miles. Other than you see this huge jutting plateau of sedimentary rock in the distance. So you're just kind of in the sand right now, like not knowing what just happened to you.
That was weird.
Are you? Allison pokes Benny C to make sure that he's actually there. Oh. Are you seeing what I'm seeing right now?
The desert?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Unless this is
Okay.
some sort of strange dream.
And we were just in the room, and now we're here.
Allison,
Yep.
I think I just went through puberty.
Allison takes 3 scoots away and starts to look around.
Yeah.
Panic.
Allison, as you look around, you, like I said, you don't see anything, but you do see, like, probably 300 yards in front of you, this jutting plateau of sedimentary rock in the distance.
Okay. Well, what do we... I think we go towards the rock and we figure it out. I don't...
I guess I need to listen to my elders. So how old are you?
25.
Oh wow. Yeah. You're old.
Yeah, okay. I'll start walking towards the rock.
How old is Benny?
12.
12. Okay, got it. Yeah, Benny, you see, you're still kind of sitting in the sand. You see Allison get up and start walking towards the rock.
And I'll follow her.
Cool. Yeah. So y'all walk towards this plateau. It takes you like probably a solid 10 minutes to get there. And as you're trudging through the sand, you feel these cold winds whipping through your light clothing and your faces sting with blown sand. And you make it to the rocky plateau, and you're kind of looking up at it. There is kind of a I don't want to say gradient, but there's like a hill, basically. It's kind of steep and rocky, but it does seem like something that you'd be able to climb up if you tried.
Do you think you can make it up?
Benny looks down at his somehow nimble hippo fingers, which I can't quite picture in my mind. And he says, we just did rock climbing in PE.
Okay, great.
I'll give it a go.
All right, I'll lead the way and start climbing.
Cool. So as both of you climb up these rocks, give me just an athletics check to see how easily you're able to get up.
Eight.
Oh no. That's a 5.
5. Okay. Each of you take 1 slashing damage from this rock. Like it just. What's up?
Was there any sort of short rest from last
Yeah,
time?
certainly. You certainly got a short rest.
Okay. I just want to quickly figure out
Yeah,
what my
take
HP's
your
at,
short
'cause
rest real fast. I should have mentioned that.
I think technically I was at 0 or 1.
Oh yeah,
From,
I think you were at
being
1.
down.
I think you're at 1.
Okay.
This doesn't
that-
knock you out.
That sand might have killed me. Okay. My hit dice are. Okay. I was at. Now I'm at 5 HP. -1 is 4.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all, I mean, you're never in danger of like falling down, but you cut up your knees and your hands a little bit.
Yeah.
As you make it up. And you make it up to the top and you see.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's up?
I'm sorry. We also leveled up though. How does that work when we get?
Yeah, you would gain some HP from that. You would take, like, I think at Artificer's a D8. So you take 1 D8 plus your con, add it to your health.
Okay, 1d8.
Roll a d8, add your con,
3 plus.
plus 2.
But
plus
that's to
current.
set your max HP.
This is at your max HP, but I'll give.
But that's
you
what
that.
I already have that. Okay, but yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Oh,
So
So 9
so
HP.
5. So I'm at 9 HP.
okay, cool.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Cool. So yeah, you make it up to the top, and you see a couple of things. Off in the far distance, you see some craggy cliffs dimly lit against the moon, and you also see just like a few hundred feet in front of you in the sand below. You see a small camp is set up, and from your vantage point, you can see a tabaxi, which is like a cat person, sitting by a fire reading a book, and she's leaned up against a covered carriage. Let me actually share my screen real fast. So she's leaned up against a covered carriage, and beside the carriage, 2 camels sit in the sand resting. Those are horses in the image, but pretend they're camels. And she doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. What do you want to do?
Benny.
What?
Shh. I think we need to try and. I mean, do we see anything beyond the camp?
No, it's
Just more desert?
you see like the cliffs off in the distance, but it's just
Oh,
desert,
that's right,
like
yeah.
rolling dunes.
I think we need to try and get the camels.
Why?
So we can travel and figure out how to get back.
But they're clearly this tabaxi ladies.
I know, but I think we need them right now.
Well, doesn't she need them?
Not 2.
I mean, maybe we should just ask. Maybe she's going the same place we're going.
I think. Okay, here's what we'll do. You're gonna go ahead of me and ask, and then if she gets agitated, I'll go around and I'll take one.
Okay. That sounds
But
like a plan.
you have to, if she gets agitated, act like you don't see me even if you do.
Okay. Got it.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay, Allison stares at Benny for a solid 30 seconds just to
Benny just
question him.
blinks.
If she's gonna trust him. I'll make a move to sneak around the side of the or actually I'll try and sneak around the side of the carriage.
Like the back behind where the tabaxi lady is?
Yes, behind where she is.
Are you doing that before Benny approaches or like as Benny approaches?
As he approaches.
Okay. So we'll have Benny approach first. So Benny, you like there's like a little come down from this cliff that you can take before she sees you.
Okay.
So y'all kind of go down this cliff because you're above her right now. So you go down the cliff and Allison kind of takes the wide route around the carriage. Benny, you approach her from out of the darkness. So basically what she sees, she's just like sitting there reading a book. She looks up and like like from the darkness into the light steps just this small hippo boy holding a bass clarinet. And she glances up from her book and she leaps back and she quickly draws a short sword from its sheath at her waist and she goes, Who are you? Who are you? Stay back. And let's have Allison give me a stealth check as she does this.
Oh no, 11.
11. Allison, you're sneaking around and in the sand, you step kind of like on a little lump and this desert mouse goes and it jumps up and kind of skitters through the camp. And the tabaxi lady whirls around and looks at you and sees you kind of trying to sneak around the side of the carriage and goes, whoa. You can take whatever you need. I don't want to cause any problems. Just want to get out of here alive.
Benny is trying really hard not to look at Allison to give her away.
She's kind of standing there waiting for one of you to say something.
I think Allison's feeling guilty. No, we won't hurt you. We're just what do you know where we are?
Where we are? What do you mean?
Well, we were on a stage and then suddenly we appeared here and something weird happened and we felt weird and now we have no clue where we are.
She's like very confused looking at you, listening to you say this. I'm going to say give me a persuasion check with disadvantage because you were sneaking around her. Unless Benny has something to say.
Chanam wants you? You might have seen us on TV.
TV, we don't have Magivision out here. This is the desert. We're in the northern wastes.
Oh, the northern wastes.
Yeah, give me a history check, both of you.
7.
16.
16. Allison, you know that the northern wastes are in the north of Chenam, but you don't know much about them. Benny, you know that the northern wastes are this landmass that's separated from the mainland of Chenam by a narrow channel of water. And there's actually said to be no civilization in the northern wastes. So you're kind of surprised to see this person here. And just for your reference, I finally put the map of Chenam in the maps channel in the Discord. So yeah, she said this and y'all are Benny, you're kind of surprised that this is where you are, judging by, obviously you're surprised that this is where you are, but you're also surprised to see like people here.
The Northern Wastes. I thought they were completely unoccupied and barren. What are you doing all the way out here?
Well, give me a persuasion check. Benny, give me Allison, give me a persuasion check.
18.
18. She kind of, it seems like she's, from what both of you have said, and from like Benny's help with saying what he said, and the fact that Benny's just like a child, you can see that she kind of softens a little bit. She believes you that you don't necessarily know what's going on. And she stares at you for a second, cautiously, before slowly sliding her short sword back into its sheath. She says, You were on a stage, and now you're here. That doesn't make any sense.
I know.
Yeah, we're trying to piece together the puzzle too. The Northern Wastes are completely separated, right? So how did we travel this far?
I've traveled this far from where? Where were you?
We were in the heart of Chenam. We were in Goshthi.
You were in Goshthi,
Yeah.
on the mainland.
Yes.
Uh,
Like at what feels like 15 minutes ago.
And that would explain why you didn't know that people lived here. That is what they say on the mainland. Well, it's not safe to travel alone here. And trust me, I'm not alone by choice. You know, maybe we could help each other out. I have a little food and some extra bedrolls. If you want to just help me keep watch for tonight, we can take it in turns.
Yeah, we would love to. I don't know that we have that much to offer.
Offering your help with keeping watch is more than enough. I wasn't gonna be able to sleep tonight before y'all showed up.
Okay, but we'll take first watch.
Okay, that's fine. I have some food. Do you want some? And you can see that there's some like sizzling pork on a pan over the campfire that she has.
Yes.
Allison's gonna can I walk towards Benny C?
Yeah.
And as he's wanting to eat the food, I'm gonna like nudge him and shake my head a little bit.
Okay.
Are you vegetarian?
No, Benny. Just, I think we're okay. Thank you though.
Okay. That's fine, I guess. She goes and spoons some of the pork onto her own plate, and she sits down and she starts eating, and she kind of motions for y'all to sit in the sand with her.
Benny's stomach. He puts his hand to his stomach as it grumbles, but goes and sits down next to her.
Okay. Allison, are you sitting too?
Yeah, I'll go sit on the other side though of Benny.
Like here?
Yeah.
Okay. She tells y'all, as she's eating, she looks up at y'all and says, I'm Violet Knight. I come from the clan of the Hidden Oasis.
Oh wow, a clan. That's so cool.
Yeah.
How did you end up here?
Oh, I'm actually heading back from Valuka. I was there to trade.
Trade what?
I mean, usually my clan is pretty nomadic. We move from place to place, and they send me out to trade with, whatever bigger town we're near. Usually it's whatever goods we make. The people in the towns tend to like our blankets, our more artisan goods, any pottery that we make. and
Oh,
we
nice.
get that in return for, you know, stuff to live. And she kind of stands up and she opens the flap to her wagon, and y'all see that there's stuff like salt pork, the stuff that she's eating. There's some potions of healing. There's hammers, wood, rope, nails, just like general survival stuff.
Well, looking at your wagon, it's looking a little. Is it a tent or is it a wagon?
It's a covered wagon.
Okay.
Like Oregon Trail style.
Gotcha. Looking at your wagon, it's looking a little beat up. I used to work on wagons with my pop. If you want me to take a look at it.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. I mean, it's a lot of wear and tear on it.
Yeah, well, you're being so nice and offering food that we can't eat. And he looks at listen, and a warm fire, and I just wanna help. So let me take a look at it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. And yeah, you walk over to the wagon. What are you doing over by the wagon?
I guess I'm kind of looking at any damage or like any damaged wheels or wear and tear. And wherever there is, I'd like to cast my first artificer spell.
Cool.
Mending.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, she watches you go around. Is there any like check that you have to make? Or does it just happen automatically?
It's touch, it's instantaneous. I think it's automatic.
Cool. Yeah, Benny, you don't necessarily know how you can do this. Like, this isn't something that you could do before, but you just kind of had the vibe that like you could fix something if you saw it.
Yeah, like I went to touch it, and my touch itself even like started to magically fix it.
Yeah, exactly. And she's kind of watching you, and she goes, "Oh, y'all can do magic."
Yes. Well, yes, you can.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you just did.
I guess so. I've never done that kind before. It's usually magic to the ears.
Yeah. She kind of glances at your bass clarinet. Goes, "Oh, okay." That's pretty rare out here. We don't get a lot of people who can use magic like that.
Do you have any talents?
I mean, not really. I'm pretty good at surviving out here. I spend a lot of time in the desert. But
Why are you alone?
it's a good question. Usually I go to, when I go out to trade with the cities, I usually go with my traveling partner, Bird Feather. But in Voluka, he got arrested for shoplifting. He's still being held there now, but
He was evil.
well, he wasn't. And I don't think that he was shoplifting. I can't be sure, but usually nomads in the big cities were pretty easy targets.
Do the crime, do the time.
Well, that's the thing. I don't necessarily think that he did the crime. I wasn't with him, but I had to get out of there before they got me too.
Gotcha. Innocent until proven guilty. Which he
Right.
most likely was.
I hope so. I don't necessarily know what's happening with him now, but hopefully he makes it out. So you said I'm still confused by your whole situation. You were
I have a weird vibe.
about your situation?
Oh, I thought you were just saying generally my situation,
Oh.
because I get it a lot.
You do have a weird vibe. That is true. But how you were in Goshthi and now you're here. Just like that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we were around a lot of people with magic. We fought a big monkey that was mechanical and kept fixing itself. And that was pretty magical. And we made some friends that were also pretty incredible. And it just was a lot of action for a little farm boy like me.
She kind of nods along, like with squinted eyes, clearly like trying to decipher every single word of what you're saying, whether or not it's the truth. That's weird.
What's that over there? And Benny points over in the distance.
At the cliffs?
Sure. Anywhere.
Oh. She looks towards where you're pointing and she says, "Well, that's
I'd like to try to swipe a piece of salted pork."
Give me a sleight of hand check."
Okay.
Can I try and smack if he doesn't pass the sleight of hand? I want to smack his hand away.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. That's a 4.
He does not pass Allison. You can see he kind of Benny, you like touch the pan and you instantly go, "Ah!" And
I
in
smack his hand away.
You smack his hand. You also give me a sleight of hand, Allison, to like play it
Okay.
off as if that's why he made the noise.
21.
Violet kind of turns as those kind of simultaneous sounds happen and goes, you can have some if you want.
We're okay.
Yeah, we're okay. Thank you very much for your hospitality.
Okay.
While
Do
we're
the crime.
talking,
Sorry for the time.
while we're talking, can I summon Bax to just like scout the area around us?
Yeah.
Cool.
For sure.
I'll go into my weird trance.
Okay. Yeah, all of a sudden Allison's eyes glaze over and Violet seems confused and looks at Benny and goes, "Is she okay?"
Benny waves his hand in front of her eyes. They're crossed.
As he does this, Allison, Bax kind of patrols. Give me a perception check.
6.
6.
Rolling so well.
Another
So
mouse.
bad.
You see that same desert mouse that you saw before that you stepped on, like skitters. This is almost like the Ice Age squirrel at this point. It's just always around. But it like looks at Bax and then just kind of scurries away. And Bax doesn't find anything particularly threatening.
Okay. I'll tell him to come back.
Okay. Yeah, Bax comes back and Violet looks at Bax and goes, "Whoa, that's pretty serious. I've never seen one of those before."
Oh yeah, his name is Bax.
Cool.
He can do tricks.
Oh yeah? You can do a trick?
Yep.
Can I see one?
No.
Oh.
I think that Allison is like trying to bond but does not know how.
Yeah. An awkward silence descends over the camp. And Violet goes, "Well, I guess it's time to get some sleep. You two look tired. I can take first watch if you want."
Oh, I can take it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Benny is asleep.
Penny is snoring on the sand. Violet says, "Okay, well, wake me up whenever you get tired."
Violet, what kind of things should I be looking for?
Standard desert stuff. There are sometimes bandits who go around. Usually they're not out here in this area. Usually it's like the monsters you got to worry about, the spiders and stuff like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. And she kind of gets up onto this like seat part of the wagon, falls asleep. And yeah, Allison, that leaves you keeping watch. Is there anything you want to do while you keep watch?
Can I search, like, is there anything on the camels, like any like satchels or anything like that?
There's like, not really. They have yokes
Okay.
that like you would assume attached to the carriage, but they don't have any like saddlebags or anything. Most of the stuff is in the wagon.
Okay. I'll search. I'll just stay.
Okay. So you're just sitting, keeping watch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me a perception check as you keep watch.
12.
12. You hear like a soft skittering in the sand just outside of the fire's glowing radius.
I'll send Bax.
Yeah. Bax, does Bax walk out?
Fly.
Yeah, Bax kind of gets up, takes flight. And he looks out over the sand and he sees a giant spider stealthily scurrying away over the dunes before it disappears over a hill.
Can I I'll say to Bax, Bax, can you search all around the camp?
Yeah, Bax does a big radius, doesn't see anything else. Some mice here and there, but like Bax increases the radius a little bit more, still sees the spider, but it's going far away.
Okay. I'll call him back.
Okay. Bax goes back, and the rest of your watch is pretty uneventful. It is about the time when maybe you would wake somebody else up. Benny's sleeping, Violet's sleeping. Do you want to wake somebody up?
I'll wake Benny up.
Cool.
Benny.
Mom.
Benny.
5 more minutes.
Benny. I'll shake him.
Oh, I thought it was all a dream for a second.
Yeah, I wish. Benny, it's your turn, but I saw a spider, but he ran away. But if he comes back, you need to wake
What was his pattern?
His what?
His pattern.
What do you mean?
Did he have any colors or lines or things like that might be poisonous?
He was a big spider.
Oh, a big spider.
I assume it was like a monster spider.
Like the size of a camel, yeah.
Yeah, like the size of a camel. Like a big spider.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
you really, for poison, you worry about the small ones.
Allison's questioning if she should have woken Benny up. Benny, if you see anything, you wake me up straight away.
Okay.
Straight away.
Okay. You got it.
Allison does that thing again where she stares at Benny for 30
He
seconds.
blinks twice.
Cool.
I'll go to sleep.
Allison goes to sleep. Benny, you're left alone. Is there anything you want to do while you keep watch?
He kind of sits up, maybe on a rock or something with his bass clarinet, and he's just gonna finger his scales quietly. And by scales, just the B major scale.
Cool. Yeah, Benny goes up and down the B major scale. Eventually, Benny, it does seem like it comes time for you to wake somebody up you're getting a little sleepy. Wake somebody up for their watch. Do you want to?
Sure. Yeah.
Who are you gonna
I'll
wake up?
Violet.
Cool. You go over to Violet, sleeping on the carriage. What do you say?
Kitty.
She slowly wakes up, and kind of she jumps with a start and goes, "Whoa! Oh, sorry, I'm not quite used to you yet."
Sorry. Yeah, it's just my bass clarinet. He gets it really close to her face.
What's your bass clarinet?
That's the spit valve.
Okay. So much spit comes out of the spit valve. Although I don't think a bass clarinet has a spit valve, does it?
This one does. Because it was custom installed by Benny because he has so much saliva.
She goes, "Oh, okay. Gross. My turn?"
Yeah, if you don't mind.
No, yeah,
Of
course.
Fair is fair.
Fair is fair. Yeah, no, go ahead, go to sleep. I'll keep watch.
Okay. And he falls asleep instantly.
Cool. So both of y'all can take a long rest.
Nice.
Let me know when you're done with that.
All good.
Cool. So eventually, both of you feel like a hand on your shoulder kind of shake you awake. You wake up to find Violet looking down at you. Goes, "Hey, it's morning."
Dad.
No,
Oh, sorry.
it's okay.
It's thank you for not killing us in our sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
well,
you.
You know, it was quite literally the least I could do. And y'all wake up and you see that the sky is starting to glow a lighter blue. The sun isn't quite up yet. And you hear kind of more sounds. There are little lizards that dart in and out of holes in the sand, and there are buzzards that flap their wings as they fly overhead. And Violet is already getting pretty busy. Like she's prepping the camels and the wagon for a day of travel. And she goes, say, do y'all know where you're headed?
Is there a town or anything like that?
Well, I mean, Veluca is a couple days journey on, with a vehicle, but on foot it would be a trek, and it wouldn't necessarily be the safest thing. But if you don't have a direction, I could take you to my village. I could use some extra protection on the road. Like I said, I wouldn't really recommend traveling alone out here.
I mean, I guess our eventual goal is to get back to Gothby. I have a chair test next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Beat major scale. It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
But guess if you don't mind, we kind of joining you is our only option.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to get back to Goshti at all, I would recommend not dying in the desert. And this might be your way of not dying out here.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Okay.
Okay. She kind of looks at you, Allison, pretty clearly knowing that you're not as convinced as Benny.
As she looks at me, I'll say, thanks.
Yeah. No, of course. Thank y'all that you're helping me as well. I feel like this is
You're welcome.
this is kind of a mutual relationship. I feel we're helping each other.
Mm.
Well, hop up in the wagon and we'll get moving. The sun gets hot when it's up.
Can I drive?
No,
Okay.
I would stay in the shade if I were you. It's gonna get hot.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll climb into the back.
Cool. Both of y'all hop up in the wagon to ride among the goods that Violet is hauling back. And Violet kind of, smacks the reins and y'all get moving. And as you ride through the dunes, the sand that your wagon kicks up behind you gets quickly swept away by gusts of warm, dry wind. And Violet's riding in the driver's seat, holding the camel's reins and gently guiding them over the hills. The sun keeps getting higher and the air is getting hotter. And Violet, as she rides, reaches into the wagon and grabs a sun hat. She says, "Stay in the shade, both of you. You'll dry up pretty quick in this sun." And she kind of glances at Benny as she says this. His moist GIF skin.
It's starting to crack like the desert.
And eventually y'all come upon the two big cliffs that jut out into the cloudless sky, the ones that you saw from up on the rock. And there's a narrow pass that runs between these cliffs. And Violet guides the camels to the mouth of the pass. And she says, my group is just through this pass. And as the sun disappears behind one of the cliffs and your wagon becomes enveloped in this cool shadow, both of you give me a perception check as you look up at the cliffs above.
21.
14.
Allison, you see as y'all ride between these cliffs, a little bit of rubble rains down onto the sand in front of you. You look up towards the source of the rubble, and you see a giant spider skittering down the cliff face towards your wagon. Both of you roll initiative. And I'm going to switch.
Oh, not one.
6.
Nat 1 and 6.
We're rolling terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are.
You got 21 in your perception.
The perception was big, though, because it would have had a surprise round.
Oh, true.
Okay. So that actually starts with Violet. She is going to kind of pull the reins hard on the camels. They're going to rear to a stop. And she's going to pull out let's see, where is that? She's going to pull out her longbow, knock an arrow, and she's going to shoot at the spider. And she's going to miss. The spider kind of jumps out of the way of her arrow, and she says to y'all, just be careful, it's pretty poisonous. And that is going to be the spider's turn. The spider is going to rear up, kind of like stick its, like a scorpion almost, with its like, I don't know what that is, thorax, and is going to shoot its web attack at Violet. And is going to miss. Violet kind of jumps out of the way, and this really sticky web splats against the wagon. And the spider is going to charge at the wagon. So it's going to get right up, basically up to the camels. And the camels are kind of freaking out. They're like rearing back, kicking at the spider. Allison, that's your turn.
I'll cast. Let's see. I'll do Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
21.
21 hits.
Uh, 4.
4 damage. So what does that like look like in Eldritch Blast?
I hurl a beam of crackling energy towards the spider.
Cool, yeah.
So I'll try and like jump. I'm still in the back of the
You're still in the
wagon?
back. You can jump out if you want.
Cool. I'll jump out. Can I climb on top, or is it just like fabric?
You could jump on top, yeah.
Okay, I'll climb on top and then I'll cast Eldritch Blast.
Cool. Yeah, you kind of grip the edge of the cover, and like with your newfound kind of agility, you pull yourself up, jump, quickly turn around, and shoot this. What kind of damage is it?
Oh, there. Force.
Force. Cool. Yeah, you shoot this like red force beam at the spider, hits it, and it kind of hisses as it leans back. Benny, that's your turn.
Okay. I would like to first bonus action give Allison a bardic inspiration.
Cool.
I say, "You look so cool." And then I would like to possibly make the same mistake I made last time. Run up to the front of the cart.
Okay.
And attack with Thunder Wave.
Okay. So I'm assuming you're jumping like in front of the camels, because otherwise you'd hit the camels with a thunder wave.
I would hit the camels.
You could come
I'm
off
gonna
to the
not make the
side if you
same.
want.
Are we stopped?
You're stopped.
Okay. I'm gonna take out my. I have a little. You could say no. I'm gonna take out a little practice speaker that I have in my backpack.
I think that makes
And
sense.
I'm gonna tinker with it. Which I think I need to do. I'm sorry, I don't know much about
It's okay.
artificers.
Do you have tools?
I have tinker's tools.
Oh, you do? Okay, sick.
Oh, unless I don't. I think I get them whenever I level up.
Then no, you don't have that
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
I think you can't do any like tinkering artificer stuff until you get artisan tools. Either
I just have the artificer magic.
yes, you don't have
Okay.
thieves tools, or you need thieves tools, or you need artisan tools. So that can be like any of those tools, like carpenter's tools, mason's tools, stuff like that.
Okay. I am going to instead I'm going to give Allison a bonus action, and then I'm going to take a rock and put it in my sling
Okay.
and fire it at the spider.
Cool. Yeah, there are a lot of like little pebbly rocks. And you're like in the driver's seat of the carriage right now.
Yes, I guess
Cool.
I'll kind of scoop some dirt down.
Yeah.
And grab some rocks and shoot it. I'm
Cool.
aiming for its eyes.
Okay. Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Okay.
With whatever you use for your sling.
Only a +2. That's a 9.
A 9. The spider jumps out of the way, hisses at you, Benny. Anything else you want to do?
I guess I'll kind of cower behind Violet.
Okay. So you're jumping down and like standing behind Violet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. She kind of looks at you and goes, some protection. And she pulls out she pulls the longbow again, takes a shot. Oh, I think that hits. That does hit. So she hits the spider. For 7 piercing damage.
Nice.
I didn't do this very nicely. And that is the spider's turn. Again, it's going to roll to see if it gets its web. And it does. So it is going to shoot its web again at Violet. See if it can hit her. And it does. So y'all see it shoots this web, and all of a sudden Violet is immediately restrained. And she falls onto the ground, completely wrapped up in this web. And the spider is going to run over, basically to you and Violet, Benny.
Okay.
And that is the spider's turn. Allison, that's your turn.
Did you say you gave me a bonus action?
A bardic, I think.
Bardic inspiration.
Oh, okay. I thought you said bonus action. I was like,
As my
what?
bonus action.
Gotcha. Okay. Can I? This can be a no. Can I try and jump off the wagon and pull out my rapier? And as I walk past Violet, I want to try and slash into it, and then also slash into the spider.
Ooh, like a cleave.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna have to do one or the other.
Okay.
Just because you have one attack, and to
Sure.
get the web off, it's an attack.
Gotcha.
I'll get Violet, you focus on the spider.
Okay. I'll jump off and run past them both, and I wanna slash into the spider.
Okay.
Can I go like behind? I wanna try and like turn its attention away.
Yeah, so you're like right here.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah. So yes, you run to the other side of the spider where Violet and Benny are not.
Yes.
Cool.
13.
13 just misses.
Ah.
Wait,
Oh, no.
Bardic, no?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yes. Bardic, yes.
D6.
I mean, if you use it, it automatically hits.
Oh, okay. Well, it was 5.
Oh, sick. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you hit the spider. Roll damage.
10.
Damn. Yeah. Oh, new rogue stuff, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It fixed my like my hit DC
Yeah.
used to be -3.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. So Allison, you go to swing at this spider. Initially, it like barely dodges, but you hear Benny's words in your mind saying, "You're so cool. You look so cool," and you feel cool. Like you have kind of this newfound strength, and you muster enough to stab into the spider after it dodges out of the way. Do a good amount of damage. The spider is pissed. It's back on like its hind four legs, kind of flailing its legs in the air. Benny, that's your turn.
I do just want to mention I have Vex now.
Oh, sick.
So since I did damage, I'll have advantage on my next attack.
Cool. Yeah,
Against
that's it.
them.
Hell yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, go for its thorax.
Hey, get Violet.
Okay. I'm gonna take my dagger and I'm gonna try to cut Violet out
Cool.
the web.
Yeah. Let me see. That is, yeah. Make an attack roll against it.
Okay. Oh. Wow.
Doesn't count if it fell on the
Why we
floor.
hit the box?
You just use mine.
Nat 20.
At 20, you crit on the web. Yeah, you definitely slash into this web. Give me a damage roll.
It looks like I stab directly into her chest, but I have such precision.
Yeah, you're standing above her with like both hands on the dagger, slashing down.
Okay, damage is 1d4 plus 3. That's 4 damage.
But you roll twice for the crit, right?
Oh yeah. Five plus 4 is 9.
Cool. That actually is huge because the web has an HP of 5. So you managed to cut through this web. Violet kind of stands up and is able to take her next attack. The spider's right on her, so she is going to take an attack.
Can I give her a bardic too?
Yeah. How do you give it to her?
You are reborn.
She goes, "Yes, I am." And she pulls her short sword out, takes an attack, misses. She's kind of like wildly swinging at the spider.
She's just a baby.
She goes, "Ah, wah." And that is the spider's turn. The spider is Allison just hit it, so it's gonna go after Allison. It is going to take a bite attack at you. Does an 11 hit?
No.
Cool. Allison, you are able to dodge out of the way again because of your newfound physical abilities, and that is your turn.
Cool. I'll do I'll just do my rapier again
Cool.
and try and attack. Can I try and cut its? Is it facing me?
It is facing you.
Does it have like big fangs?
Yeah, it does.
Can I try and like
Yeah, for sure.
chop them off?
For sure.
So I missed the first one, but I have advantage. 13.
13 barely misses again.
No.
Spider dodges out of the way. Anything else you want to do, Allison?
No, I'll just while it's facing me, I'll just kind of move a little further back.
Okay. Not like out of range where it would take an opportunity attack, but like almost like goading it to continue to
like kind
attack
of
you.
luring it. Yeah,
Yeah,
like hitting the ground maybe.
Cool. Benny, that is your turn. The spider's looking hurt.
Okay. So its back is facing me?
Yes.
Okay. Should I distract it? You're already distracting it. I'm gonna jump up and try to what is my thunder wave? I think it's a It's a 15-foot cube.
Yeah, you could theoretically each of these is 10, I think. Is 10
Due
feet.
to the right a little bit.
Yeah, so if you move to the right, you could make it so that you just hit the spider.
Okay. Then I'll do that.
Cool.
And it's instantaneous, but it's a DC 14 con save.
Cool. It fails. 2d8 thunder damage.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
And it
I rub
flies,
my-
right? You push it.
Yes, it also gets pushed 10 feet away from me.
Cool. Yeah, so Allison, it like flies basically into you. You kind of have to duck as it flies over you.
And that's 6 thunder damage.
6 thunder damage. Benny, you kill this spider. As it's rearing up to attack Allison again, you shoot this thunder wave at it. Limbs blow off. The body flies over Allison, and it like rolls to a stop in the sand, dead.
Gross.
I told you, it's the little ones you got to worry about.
Violet is breathing hard and goes, "That was pretty good. Thank you for helping me. I'm lucky that you were here."
I'm starving. I'm so hungry. Can we were in battle together. Do you
Yes, Benny. I think you can
have
eat
permission?
something.
I'm
Yes,
going through
yes.
puberty.
Yes.
It's a difficult time.
Yes, Benny.
Yeah, you know what? I figured you would want some, Benny. I saved some from the pan last night. It's a little
Oh
cold.
my god. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she tosses you some salt pork. Looks at you, Allison.
I'll put my hand out.
I eat it in one
Yeah.
bite like a hippo crushing a watermelon.
Yeah. Somehow juices explode out of Benny's mouth, even though it's a small piece of pork. Yeah, Allison, she gives you some. You eat it. It's salt pork. It's tasty. It's nothing crazy.
Oh, is there salt in that?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
mostly salt.
I was
to be
getting
honest.
hints of salt. Yes.
It's not hints. We coat it in salt so it doesn't
And
go bad.
is that don't tell me.
Okay.
Is that pork?
Yes. It's pork.
Nice.
I feel like I mentioned last night that it was salt pork.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, it's delicious.
great. Well, we should keep moving. We should get home before the sun goes down.
Violet, do you
Yeah.
have any like containers?
Containers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say so. She goes into the wagon and she pulls out like what looks like an empty water skin.
Can I see if I can try and get some of the like Spider poison?
Yeah, you go. Yeah. I'll say you go over to the spider. Give me like either a medicine check or a nature check or I'll even say animal handling. Any of those three.
Cool.
To try to
Cool.
get some poison out of the spider's fangs.
14?
14, yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, so you carefully pull out one of its fangs and you squeeze. I don't know if this is how it works, but you squeeze some poison into the water skin.
Violet, what does this do? The poison.
The poison it poisons you. It'll be bad. All I know is if you get bit, you get poisoned, and a lot of times you die.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not for you.
I didn't think it was initially.
Now it kind of sounds like it is.
No, I thought in case.
Um,
But not not for you.
Right.
I think I'd like to grab some of this spider silk. It might be useful.
Yeah.
And it might make a nice bag. And he takes the casing that the essentially body bag of spider silk that
Sick. Yeah,
that Violet was in.
Oh, cool. Yeah. She watches y'all and says, definitely resourceful. I'll give you that much. Y'all ready to get back in the wagon? We should get going.
Can I
Yes.
drive?
No.
Okay.
And the rest of the travel day goes pretty smoothly. You're both riding in the back of the wagon until you see the sun start to dip down lower in the sky, and the wind starts back up as the sun gets lower, pounding the sides of the wagon with sprays of sand. And eventually, as soon as the sun meets the horizon, as you crest a dune, you see a small group of wagons and tents in the distance against the purple sky. And Violet says, "There we are." And she spurs the camels on towards the encampment. And as y'all grow closer, a tabaxi man trots out of a tent and towards your wagon. And he says, "Violet, Bird, you need some help?" And Violet pulls the camels to a halt and hops down from her seat. And the man comes closer and he peers into the wagon and he says, "Where's Bird?" And he locks eyes with the two of you and goes, "Who are these people?" And Violet glances at y'all, seemingly waiting for you to say something.
I'm a halfling, and this is my friend Allison.
Hi.
Huh. But where's Bird, Violet? And Violet says, "He got arrested." And Emerald says, "For what?" And she says, "For stealing." And she looks at the two of you and says, "This is Emerald River. He's the leader of our group." And Emerald turns to her and says, You can't just bring strangers here, Violet. What if they're here for the..." And he trails off as he glares at you. And Violet says, "They're fine. Trust me. They saved me from a spider." And
We got the poison.
Emerald continues to glare at you, seemingly unconvinced by the fact that you brought like a bag of poison to the camp.
No, it's in here.
Right.
I'm showing you to show that I trust you to know that I have the poison.
Okay.
It's not for you.
Allison, I think it might be better if I do the talking.
He says, I doubt it, but go ahead.
He takes a second to think and says,
We were on a stage.
we were on a stage, and then we got teleported, and then we met Violet, who was very nice and gave us food and a ride over here. We ran into a large spider, and we all kind of helped each other out. Violet was reborn, and now we are here. And I'm very interested in collecting some spices, specifically some salt.
Violet kind of touches Emerald on the shoulder and goes, "They're strange, but I think they're fine. Benny, give me a persuasion check with advantage because Violet's vouching for you.
24.
24. You see Emerald kind of starts to let his guard down a little bit. He sees that you're definitely weird, but in a disarming way. He says, all right, well, if Violet is vouching for you, then I guess you're fine. Welcome to the clan of the Hidden Oasis. And he walks back into the tent that he came from, and Violet says, follow me. And she walks into this little gathering into this encampment. You all gonna go with her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll tell Bax to stay behind and to tell me if anything.
Cool. Yeah. Bax stays. I need a little image of Bax. But should Bax have been in the combat?
He technically can, but it's not really of use right now because he can't take an action, or he can't like attack. He can only like I can send him to go do other things, but he can't actually like attack, so he's not too useful right now.
You can do spells through him, though?
Yeah, that's what it said, but I need to research
not
it more
yet,
because I feel like that doesn't really make sense quite yet.
Yeah.
But I need to research more. But like I could do chill touch through him.
Okay.
I know that I can do that, but
That's
yeah,
cool.
I don't know.
So Violet leads y'all into this circle of tents and wagons, and you immediately find yourselves in what feels like this bustling market. There are tabaxi of all shapes and sizes that are working in open-faced tents. They're cooking, cleaning, building, and so on. There are small tabaxi children that are running around laughing as they play together. And Violet says, welcome in. The tent that we just passed is the council tent. That's where the decisions are made. We have some shops here, just with some general wares. We don't really deal in gold, mostly favors. If you need anything, you can probably get it if you give something back. And she motions to the largest tent and says, that's where we eat. There will be dinner soon, but feel free to look around, and I'm sure we'll meet back up for dinner.
And where's the Oasis?
Give me an insight check when you say that.
Oh no. 8.
She kind of looks around when you say that and says, I don't know, we'll talk at dinner. And she walks away.
Okay. Well, Allison, where do you want to go?
Let's go see what's going on in here, and I'll walk over to the council tent.
Cool.
And try and like peer in, but not like from the main entrance.
You're trying to listen in from like the back?
Yeah.
Cool. Give me a perception check. Kind of loud.
18.
You do hear voices. You hear Emerald's voice. You hear that he's talking to somebody, a voice you don't recognize. And Emerald says, I'm just worried that they're going to steal the gourd. That's what's keeping us together right now. And the voice that he's talking to says, don't worry about that, Emerald. We watch it carefully. And Emerald says, but we don't know these people. We don't know what they're capable of. And their voices get quieter to the point where you can't hear them anymore.
Benny, I don't think they trust us yet.
Well, we had to earn Violet's trust, so these are, and he kind of swivels his head around to make sure no one's listening, criminals.
Benny, you can't say that.
As soon as we're done with this, we have a moral obligation to report them to the police.
Benny.
But for now, we might try to curry their favor and do some favors for them.
Okay, what do you think we should do?
Well, I'm kind of starting to get I've been feeling something within me that I can magically fix things. And I think if I got some tools, that might help. So maybe if I got some tools, then I could do some favors for them, and that might build some trust.
Okay, you want to go to the shop?
Yeah, there's not much to do around here.
Let's go.
Cool. Yeah, so you all are going to the shops.
Benny goes to hold Allison's hand.
Allison kind of smacks it away.
You're getting used to that at
But-
this point.
Yeah. She smacks it away, but then she looks at Benny and kind of smiles a little bit.
Do the crime, serve the time.
And then her smile goes away.
You'll approach this row of tents that Violet pointed out as the stores. There are 3 tents lined up. In the middle one, there's a group of old tabaxi who are weaving blankets and bags, and you get the vibe that that part of that tent in particular is stocked with adventurers' gear. And on the tent on the right, you see a tabaxi woman who's carving tools out of wood. And then in the tent on the left, you see 2 young tabaxi are hammering metal and carving wood into weapons. And this old tabaxi woman steps out to greet you. And she says, "Greetings, guests. Are you here to see our wares?"
Wares?
Yeah, our goods are the things that we are making here.
Oh, yeah, wares are they?
Well, I can help you. What is it that you're looking for? I'm sure we can find something that meets your needs.
Well, I'm looking for, I guess, tools to fix things.
No, well, yes, follow me. And she takes you to the tent where you saw the tabaxi woman making some tools. And she says, "So here, we don't trade in gold. We have no use for it amongst ourselves. But if you had something you could give, maybe possessions to trade or work you could provide, I'm sure we could work out a deal. I did hear you're of the magical persuasion, yes?"
Yes, and in many ways.
Oh, well, I must say that kind of ability is quite rare in these parts, and having someone who can use magic would be a great help. And then the lady who is making the tools kind of looks over and whispers something in the old lady's ear, and she says, yes, well, there is a problem we have currently. One of our camels wandered off in the night last night and found himself at the bottom of a small ravine. We feel it's too dangerous for any of us normal folk to go down and retrieve him, but now that you capable people have arrived, we might be able to do something about it.
Anything easier, like fixing a wagon?
Well, I'm afraid none of our wagons really need fixing right now. This would be a great help, but if you can think of something else that you would rather help us with, then we're all ears.
No, I'll do the camel thing.
Okay.
I have poison.
We're not quite in need of poison right now.
Can you give us a minute? Can you give us a minute? Let's step outside.
You take one step backwards.
They don't want to hear. I love to hear about the poison. They don't want to hear about the poison.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I love the poison.
I think it's cool. I thought they might want it.
No.
You hear her.
No, girl.
You hear her yell, "Barry!" And you see this large tabaxi steps through the tent flaps of the council tent. And you recognize him as the voice that was talking to Emerald. And he goes, "Hi, Mello." And the older woman who he called Mello says, "These folks are going to help us with the camel. Can you show them the way?" And Barry says, "Oh, yeah, sure. I'm Barry," he says to y'all.
Hi.
I'm Benny.
Oh, Barry and Benny. Okay.
Benny and Barry.
He starts walking away from y'all towards the edge of the camp.
We don't have any poison.
Great. Follow me. And he guides y'all across some dunes until you reach this steep drop off. He motions down this steep rocky cliff, and you both see a camel standing at the bottom. And it lets out this grunt, this roar, that echoes against the rock walls up to you all. And Barry goes, "Can you get it out?"
let's kind of review what might be the best option here.
How did he get down there?
Oh, we don't really know. He just kind of wandered away during the night.
Hmm. How far down is he?
50 feet.
Can I cast Speak with Animals
Yeah.
and yell down to the camel?
Yeah. What is there a range on Speak with Animals?
Oh,
Or is it just something you cast on yourself?
doesn't say
Self.
here. Self.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So yeah, the camel would be able to hear you and talk to you if you cast it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So you cast Speak with Animals on yourself. What do you want to say?
Hello down there.
What? Where am I?
Looks like you're down a little ravine.
I don't know where I am.
You're very, very close to home.
What? What? I don't know where I am.
How'd you fall down there?
I don't know. I didn't know where I was, and now I don't know where I am.
Okay. Do you think you can climb?
Climb what? Climb this?
The walls.
And he kind of starts to walk up the wall, and then he slides back down. It's pretty steep.
Okay. Allison, and he's still Benny's still making camel noises.
Allison and Benny turns to you and just goes,
Allison takes a step back.
Sorry. Allison. And Benny starts unraveling his silk
cool.
sleeping bag essentially.
Yeah.
And into one singular long rope, and says, and you can decide how long.
I would say like a wove, like a spider's web. If you pulled it apart, I would say it would be at least 50 feet.
Okay. This is paying off instantly, and he hands one end of the rope to her and starts to what is that called?
Belay.
Belay down.
Wait. Hold on.
Benny's just going immediately.
Hold on. Benny, describe the plan to me, and then let's see if there's.
He's
let me hear
bounding
it.
down the side. The plan is you pull us back up.
But shouldn't we send? I don't know if I'm strong enough. Should we send? Maybe we can send backs instead, and wrap it around. We can try. We'll try.
He blinks 3
times. You hear Barry say, well, I'm probably strong enough.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You're here. Okay.
And I guess I'm gonna go down to the bottom of the ravine.
Cool. Yeah, Barry
and,
grabs the web along with you, Allison.
Cool.
So you're both holding onto Benny. Yeah, and Benny, you get down to the camel, and the camel goes, "What? What's happening? Where am I?"
We're gonna get you out of here, buddy.
Okay.
Stay with me.
Okay.
Stay with
I'm
me.
here.
Are you okay?
I don't think so.
Can I see if he has any broken bones or anything like that?
Yeah, give me either an animal handling check or a medicine check, Benny.
Okay. +4 to animal handling. That's a 15.
15. This camel's like whipping its head around and like turning around a bunch, just freaking out basically. And you definitely this is not normal camel behavior. Like this camel is confused. And as it turns, you catch a whiff of its scent. And for a second, you recognize the scent and you probe through your mind. You can't quite figure out what the smell is that you're smelling.
Huh. That scent smells familiar. Calm down, buddy. Take a breath.
I can't.
Take a breath.
I would say with a 15 animal handling check though, you it's a little calmer. Like it's
okay.
Seems cooperative at least at this point.
Okay.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
I'm going to tie you up.
Okay.
And we're going to pull you up to safety,
Okay.
and everything's gonna be okay.
Okay.
All right. Belay ready?
So you're grabbing the camel, Benny?
I'm going to tie it around the rope around him,
Okay.
and then grab onto the camel.
Cool. So you tie the rope around. I'm gonna say that we're gonna need a combined 20 on an athletics check from Barry, Benny, and Allison all together. And I guess Bax can help too if he's around. We're gonna have to hit 20. I'm gonna say Barry is like a big burly tabaxi, so I'm gonna say he gets like a +4 to athletics.
Okay.
So it's all of y'all, all of them need to roll.
Nat 1. -3, so kind of -2.
-2. Allison, you like fall over immediately, and Benny kind of
I
stumbles.
told you.
Barry kind of stumbles over you as he's pulling up.
Bax got a 13.
Cool. Benny.
I got a dirty 20.
Damn. Yeah. Barry got a 22. So
Oh.
with basically Allison hindered. Allison fell over, but everyone else like by themselves managed to pull the camel up, and the camel kind of goes, oh, I don't know what's going on, and it kind of like trots towards the encampment. Barry goes, well, good job, guys. Let's go back. That was awesome.
Yeah, thanks for your help.
Oh, we're a great team, huh?
And he
Yeah, great team.
Benny kind of side eyes Alice.
Barry also side eyes Allison. Is like Benny and Barry standing on either side of Allison, both like looking at her.
Allison has gone from feeling very cool attacking the spider to like feeling very insecure.
Benny really likes Barry.
Yeah, Barry grabs your hand, Benny, as y'all walk back to the encampment.
Allison is pissed.
Benny pees a little bit.
Barry pees too.
And is is that the smell that I smelled?
No, it actually smells kind of similar.
Okay.
That's crazy. Yeah,
unlock the
it
hint?
does smell kind of
Okay.
similar actually.
Okay.
Y'all make it back to the encampment. And Mello's out in front, ready to greet y'all, and goes, "How wonderful! Thank you so much. Come, let's grab your tools. Let's grab your tools." And she goes in, and she kind of Benny. She shows you the tools that this female tabaxi is making. You see there are carpenter's tools, there are cook's utensils, there are mason's tools, there are thieves' tools, and there are wood carver's tools. She says, any of these, feel free to take.
But you didn't say tinkerers.
There are no tinkerers tools. Not here.
I guess I'll take these thieves' tools.
Very good.
Are they thieves' tools because you guys made them?
He stares at you blankly. I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Because you're criminals.
Give me a persuasion check to not shut down negotiations further.
Okay. Oh god, that's a 12.
That just does it. She goes, you must be confused. She turns to Allison and goes,
He's 12.
Yes, a young
I'm going
child.
through puberty.
Wow, well, it happens to everyone at some point. I'm sure tabaxis and what are you?
Halfling.
Right. I'm sure tabaxis and halflings, they go through puberty at different rates, I'm sure. And she turns to you, Allison, and goes, how about you? Not the puberty thing. How would you like anything we've given him? But the camel was such a help. We can throw in an extra good for you if there's anything you would like.
Do you have any potions?
We do have some healing potions. She brings you to the center tent where all of the older tabaxi are weaving, and she opens like this little chest and she pulls out a potion of healing. And she says, "Here you go."
Thank you.
Thank you. And then after a while, like basically now, you hear kind of commotion behind you, and you look around to see a bunch of tabaxi starting to stream into the dining tent. You see Violet across the way, and she motions for y'all to join the crowd.
Oh, I hope it's salted pork.
So y'all are joining the crowd.
Yes.
Do you feel good about it? Do you want to scope it out first?
I think I'm trusting these people. I'll leave Bax outside.
Cool. Yeah. Bax is
Okay.
happy to hang out outside, and y'all walk with the crowd into the dining tent. You enter the dining tent, and you see there are these rugs spread out over the sand. The tabaxi sit in rows, and they're conversing jovially, while what appear to be the chefs of the clan serve dinner to everyone one by one. And dinner appears to be some kind of gamey meat stew over rice and cactus. And Violet motions for you two to sit next to her on a rug nearby. And you do so. I'm assuming you do so. Do you sit next to Violet?
Yeah.
You do so, and you look around the room. And not only are the chefs dishing out food, but there's one chef who's walking around pouring water out of a peculiar gourd into wooden cups. Give me an insight check, both of you.
11.
7.
Both of you think that it's strange that this chef is being so liberal with the water. He seems to be filling each cup up to the top, even in this arid climate where you'd expect they'd be a little more conservative with it. Allison, you feel like as you watch, you notice that this gourd never seems to run dry, even though it should have like a bunch of pours ago.
Benny, I think that's the gourd.
Oh,
Or-
yeah, sure.
Violet kind of overhears you talking. She says, "Oh, the water."
Yeah.
Talking about the water. Yeah. Well, that's a
Yeah.
long story. You asked me about why we're called the clan of the hidden oasis before. Well, we used to be the clan of the undying earth, but then we came across this gourd. Bird and I found it in Valuka not too long ago. We didn't realize what it was until we got back to camp, but it never runs out of water. It's like magical or something.
Oh, my gourd.
Yeah, that's an awesome joke. You should say that when the chef comes by.
Oh, my gourd.
Give me a performance check.
That paid off instantly. 19.
Everyone laughs. There's uproarious
He's
laughter.
laughing really hard at us.
You hear some people going like, "I like the new guys."
Thank you. And now an original song.
Oh no.
He takes out his
No.
face. He's riding this wave.
Yeah, roll me a
He's so
performance check
happy.
with advantage now that you've
Alright.
gotten everyone's attention.
17.
17. Yeah, a little party starts. Everyone's like dancing, having fun. What are you playing?
My way.
I've never heard this one before. It's beautiful. And Allison, as Benny's playing, eventually the gourd gets to you, and there's a wooden cup in front of you, like on the rug in front of you, in a little plate. What do you want to do? The chef
I'll
is like
hold
standing there, waiting to see if you want some.
I'll hold up the cup.
Yeah, you hold up the cup. Chef pours it in. He moves on. Pours the cup for Violet. She starts drinking it. What do you want to do?
Can I do some sort of check on the water?
Yeah.
Like an arcana or something?
Yeah. I'll say that like you look closer at the water. And the first thing you notice is this smell that washes over you. And Violet kind of looks at you and says, it smells kind of weird, but it's good water, trust me. And she keeps drinking it. Benny, even you get a whiff from like in between Violet and Allison. And Allison, you recognize this smell immediately. And Benny, you finally can place the smell that you got off the camel. and it's the same sour, acrid taste that you had in your mouth when you were stabbed by the syringe at Sparkleworks.
Benny.
I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Okay, I let him finish.
Allison kind of spirals as Benny continues to play his bass clarinet, and that's where we'll stop for now.
Cool.
Basically, I asked the other group, I was like, what should we do as an outro? And it basically devolved into nothing. So I don't know what y'all think we should typically do as an outro.
A full performance of My Way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Wait, could you like
Every time.
Could you make like a bass clarinet version of My Way for the backtrack of you playing?
Definitely could. But I guess you run into copyright issues.
You think so?
But
I think if it's a cover, like made in Logic or something, or whatever.
How old
you
is My
use.
Way? My Way is a part of the real book.
the real book is also illegal.
But I think that My Way's old enough that it's not protected.
I don't think we're gonna get hit by copyright if you make like a bass
I'm
clarinet
happy to.
version.
Yeah.
You can squeak on a bunch of notes too.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
That'd be
But for an outro, I'm not sure. Did we did Oopsie for the intro last
We did
time.
Oopsie for the intro last time.
Oopsie.
I don't know. I think we can just say like, this is episode 2. Listen to episode 1, and I'm sure that as like the show goes on, we'll figure out stuff to say.
Cool.
But yeah, for now, have a good one.
The blunder is asunder.
Blunder is asunder. Yeah, Woolsey will think of a new blunder related thing to say after each.
Sure. I don't know what asunder means.
A word?
I think it's like you tear something asunder, right?
Divided. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where it's
The
like-
blunder is
That's-
asunder right now
It kind of makes sense.
because there's y'all and then there's the rest.
Ah.
That might be a good episode
The
title.
blunder is asunder. I think that's the name of
Yeah.
this episode.
Perfect.
There you go.
Yeah.